Yeah, you could just close the window and it'll go back to normal.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Dungeons and Dragons. I am your host, / the wizard, / the DMGMJ. So, who else is joining me on this fine Friday evening for some Lucent Odyssey?
Hello, it's me, it's Luke. I'm playing Lankin, who is a big pile of sentient bones that's also a Fey Wanderer Ranger.
What's up, guys? My name's Kevin, and I am playing Time.
There we go.
What's up, everybody? I'm Slim, and I'll be playing Uncle Jimmy, a bugbear rogue.
I will play in Professor Park, Purple Alchemist Artificer, Circle of the Moon Druid, Gene of Natural Sciences, Professor of Alchemy, Entomology, Flora and Fauna Behavior at the illustrious Radiciter.
Hey guys, it's your girl Amanda, and I'm playing Opie, the Swarm Keeper Ranger.
Hi everybody, I'm Nick. I'm Blade Forte's dwarf of many talents, engineering, and I am here to repair the wagon as we travel across the Forlorn Passage.
Thank you, everybody. As always, just to do a quick couple housekeeping notes, make sure and go give Amanda Otten over on Twitter some love for doing some fantastic character art for us. We love it. She did a fantastic job. Go over there, check out her socials, maybe see if she has some commissions open for you and your party potentially. But at the very least, go give her some love and tell her we sent you. We're starting 8 o'clock from now on. Just keep that in mind for those of you who are like, whoa, why are these starting later? Or earlier, I mean. That's because we're, from here on out, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time so that we can all benefit from an hour earlier play. We have a giveaway this week at some point during the session. For those of you out there who use Roll20 as your virtual tabletop or just like to access some of the Roll20 content, you are going to be able to win potentially a code tonight, giving away one code out for some content. Tonight's content is another code for the Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. So if you have not checked that out yet, I have a digital code that I will be giving out to whomever is at their keyboard / phone at the opportune time when I ask who wants it to grab that. So make sure and keep your ears perked up listening in on that. If you do miss out, don't worry, because I have 2 more, giving one out every Friday of this month. So stay tuned in to all of that stuff. You can interact here on the channel with a variety of ways using Twitch channel points. And actually I need to go in the back end and switch over the channel stuff, although I think I have everything turned on, right? Can you guys buy all of our typical Friday night stuff? Let me take a look and just make sure and see.
Hold on, let me check my 225,000 points and see if I can buy anything.
I don't think
no,
they're right.
they're not up. I'd like to buy this
No.
puppy cam though. Can we get that going?
No, puppy's not in her bed, unfortunately. Here, let me switch over really quickly here. And we'll just do is we got our +1s. I had inspiration turned on, I think, a previous week, and that's actually not one of the things we do this season. We have the elated and forlorn condition and the +1s, and the community challenge, which was met by everyone literally just before we went live. So thank you all so much for donating your points. That's very awesome of you. It is a second supply drop for the party. So as we dive into some D&D, I'm going to go over 10 potentially helpful items for the group. And then there's not going to be an announcement for a new community challenge tonight, but we'll kick that off Monday. And so stay tuned for that as we do some like D&D planning and stuff for the week. We use stream stickers here as well. You can see the purple heart if you mouse over on the right hand side of the screen. Interact using those. There's a homebrew list of a lot of things that I have going on, and those of you who may be interacting through the chat or rating or supporting us using bits or subscribing, I do fully appreciate all of it. Just keep in mind that I'm spinning 700 plates. I'm trying to focus on D&D, so if I don't catch your message or your sub or something like that, please know that I appreciate it. We're just trying to focus on Dungeons and Dragons. And with that said, if you're curious about this campaign, since it's much more bookkeeping than our previous ones, you'll see this floating log over here that has a lot of exclamation mark commands that you can use to get a better idea of what's going on here in the game, like rules, resource stuff. So take a look at that if you have more questions. Before we hand out inspiration, really quickly, everyone defeated the Radiant Well of the first region in the Forlorn Passage of Yorvale. Does anyone want to share some fun stuff they got on a level up? Everyone leveled up from level 4 to 5. So did you get anything specifically that you'd like to share with the party?
I can attack twice.
Excellent.
I think that's going to be most of our updates.
Yeah.
More sneak attack and more, was it combat reflexes?
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge. I can never remember what the hell it's called.
That's a
Better remember to use it.
Always remember.
Always.
I got wild shape. I'm a druid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Twice
nice.
as much beast of burden.
I can
We don't
I can retrieve your soul from the other side.
Oh,
I got Revivify.
that was that all.
That's all.
I can attack twice, and I got Summon Beast. And I actually think I got another one too, like automatically. I think I got Web.
Web. Shoot
Good
a
boy.
sticky web
Web,
out.
go.
All right.
Spider Frog Boy.
Oh, dang, I did too. What the fuck? I got Misty Step for
Ooh.
being the Fey
Nice.
Wanderer. That's awesome.
Nice.
Forte,
That's
did you get
super
anything
spooky.
fun?
Third level spell slots, an extra point on my spell casting. That's about it.
Okay. Hey, I'm sure
And
no
a
matter
whole
what.
bunch more HP.
Hey, that's helpful.
Damn right.
I'm going to go ahead for everyone who's watching the stream here. We're going to run our intro, and in the background as that kicks off, we're going to hand out some inspiration cards to those who still need it. Roll some die to see who wants to give the recap from last week. Hang on, everybody. All right, welcome back, everybody. We were going to roll to see who wants to give the recap, but Slim here, having watched the previous episode that he unfortunately missed, is going to do our recap from last time. So, Slim, what happened last time on Lucent Odyssey?
I sat and looked at my phone because my internet service provider sucks. We got done fighting a bunch of stone a bunch of goons beat up our orcs. Rest in peace, Russo. He's a stone. I hung out with him and had a coffee break while these goons ran up and started lighting statues on fire, getting scrolls of water walking. There ain't no water around here. We're landlocked. I don't know. Maybe that's why that guy's stone. He's not very smart. After that, they went off and they started chasing tree people. They're talking to tree people out in the woods. Some lady talking to them about this place is old. Obvious, because there's a lot of rocks here. I went to go take a leak out in the bush, and then all of a sudden that goon, bozo clown, Durgar and his friends come rolling up, sneaking through our stuff, and Voss.
Mm-hmm.
So that goon starts coming up, messing with all of our stuff, and what's he do? Our guys come up and talk to him. and he ices his own dude. Right in the head. Boom, done. Sitting in a pile of his own marinara. And what are we supposed to do? Bury him with some weird dwarven ritual where 4 feet down, then 4 feet of dirt, then a big metal plate, and then 4 more feet. It was zombies? I thought we were past that. Zombies ain't real, man. Come on, get out of here. After that, we tried to trade him 8 pounds of nutmeg for 40 pounds of salt or something. We traded spices. Found out we didn't have a beast of burden, but we do. Our good boy Tyne said he was going to hook us up, but it seems like our friend's running a bit of a racket like I'm doing. He's here for a little other purpose, finding magical rocks underneath the ground. Maybe that's why he buried his friend. He's going to turn into a rock. I don't know. But he set us up with a side gig so he could get some magical rocks to get a super cannon arm or something. I don't know. The guy's got a few screws loose. He went back to the Helper's Hand Guild or somewhere around there. His toll rolled nightfall something. And we got Mr. Tyne a little extra grass, a little smoke break, and we pushed him up to the Radiant Well. Then we go down there, and all the Lonaloo's talking to us through the Aether, telling us, help us, open up the well. Ain't a well. It's a hole with light in it.
Hello, everyone. This is Alana.
It's not a well. There's no water. Like I said, we're landlocked. So she tells us to go down there to make magical balance. And what happens? I get freaking fried like a... You gotta be kidding me. Look at this. Look at these things growing on my head. Everyone else gets torched and boom, bada bing, bada boom. They're all happy. They're all healthy. And what am I? I'm still crispy fried over here after we're getting beat up by light orbs that are pumping us full of holy energy. And that's pretty much it.
I almost died.
Almost died.
You almost got healed so much, you died.
It was the most excruciating experience of my life.
Oh yeah, Lincoln's a wind chime on the ground now, hacking up tar.
Yeah.
They healed me though.
So yes, after a bit of a harrowing adventure and a strange encounter that played the opposite of what you would expect in a typical encounter, that you all realize you were gaining health instead of losing it at the well, you were able to hold it open for 3 rounds or 18 seconds as needed to help bring equilibrium, at the very least, to this region of the Forlorn Passage, Yorvale. After having done so, completing your task, you begin to traverse the steps down the stone walkway that leads from the top center area of the Radiant Well back towards your wagon. Some of you a little worse than others, Uncle Jimmy having some pretty painful blisters that are affecting his parts of his body. Some of you still bearing some scars from just the radiant burns and sears that kind of cover portions of some of your bodies, but still relatively intact, still relatively okay. You all begin to finish off getting at the end of the trek here, finding yourselves back at your wagon. Oh, hey, Sarah's here. Queen Gore has given Kyle a +1, even though he stinks.
Thanks, Sarah.
Uncle Jimmy has one also from Mama Bear.
Oh, there we go. Also, as each of you reach the wagon again, realizing, those of you who may have forgotten, that it was Tyne who brought the cart over here, and that you have kept your mount, who is still, as far as you know, a stone statue, tied to one of the nearby trees of the Stone Garden area, sort of crossing your fingers that if you return, they will be still in one piece. You notice up in the sky as the aurora of Gleedokin sway above you that dropping down appears to be a large supply crate as it touches down to the ground. This appears to have the markings of the muse insignia on it, and appears to be some type of helpful thing. Can someone give me a check to open this crate?
Come on, guys. There's probably a UAV in there. Reveal enemy position on the map. Can sleight of hand? Try to
sure.
work it open with a knife and a
Best tools.
carpenter's tools would work. If somebody's got a crowbar, that always works.
yes.
It's made of wood. I can dismantle it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We got
It's
a
nice.
good boy card already. Grab that.
Woo. Love to see it.
This is what I
I'll
get for
take it.
making people do free rolls. There you go.
Oh, sick. This is a good one. I like this
Oh
one.
shit. Lincoln, you adeptly just pop the top of this crate, already having done so once before from a supply drop previously. And inside, whomever wants to take some notes, you all find the following. You find a vial of what appears to be drow poison.
Oh,
The goods.
we'll take that.
And that's it.
No.
Poison.
You find splint armor.
That sounds like more bear traps to me.
Ah!
You find a hand crossbow.
Oh.
You find a crystal arcane focus. 10 bone fragments.
I will take those.
Ooh, that was.
A interesting circlet that appears to have some magic to it, and although you're curious as to what it is, there's no need to identify this because there is an attachment wrapped around it that lets you all know what this item is and its effects. This is a circlet of blasting.
Oh, shit. That's a good one.
Starting blazed.
Who needs a ranged option?
Right?
Got spells.
Kinda. I think.
Yeah.
Well, kinda.
As you continue to reach in, Lincoln, your bony hand hits 2 potions. 1, a potion of growth. 2, a potion of greater healing. There are glass blowers tools in here wrapped up in a cloth.
Oh.
And 50 gold pieces in a satchel.
Nice. Well, Lincoln takes the bone fragments. Potion of growth sounds like a thing for our dwarf friend.
Yeah.
Was there anything special about the hand crossbow? Is it just a basic hand crossbow?
Looks like a basic hand crossbow. Oh, also, one more final item. A bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Catapult. Catapult.
A shotgun? Just shotgun the ball bearings?
Oh, sounds horrible.
Unless anybody objects, I'll just add the 50 gold to our caravan gold.
Yeah, do it.
So we have 240.
Probably take the. What was it? Cinnamon. Also put in on the wagon
There's
list.
no cinnamon.
Cinnamon, there's no cinnamon.
Cinnamon
Oh,
challenge.
That's just the shit post that Jimmy put in the chat.
Tyne's like, I wanted the cinnamon.
All right. Who took the poison?
Yo.
Okay, split armor, hand crossbow, arcane focus. I'm guessing that all goes in our junk wagon for selling later, maybe.
I would take the hand crossbow as an extra.
Do
if
it.
that's okay.
Okay, do it. Splint. Who's keeping track of the wagon shit?
Amanda.
Man.
I am. Just
Okay.
tell me what to put in there.
Split armor, crystal arcane focus, and I guess the glass blower's tools. Because isn't anyone even proficient with those?
Proficient with all tools, but I can make all tools.
Oh. Well, you should just take the glass blower tools to save you the effort of making them, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Hey, we
Okay,
might
so
need to identify a bottle someday.
So the
Who knows?
splint armor,
Mhm.
the
Crystal focus.
crystal arcane focus.
Who's got the ball bearings?
I mean, I will if nobody needs them.
Okay, you take the ball bearings. Who wants the potion of greater healing?
feel like somebody other than me should take it.
Uh,
Who doesn't have healing?
I guess I will. I'm gonna be kind of like the
Don't.
striker mobility guy now that I
Okay.
got beast shape.
Potion of growth goes to Forte, and the last thing is the circlet of blasting. I put the link in chat there.
Give that
I
to
think
Danny
it should go to
DeVito.
you. I mean, I know you're ranged anyways, but it'd give you an extra option.
I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
Yeah, go for it.
He takes the circlet of blasting and hangs it off of one of his antlers. Pretty.
So I started blasting.
So anyway, I started blasting.
So somebody took the glass blowers tools.
Yeah.
Kyle did, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Just giant skull shooting scorching ray out of his mouth.
Pretty nice.
Have you all meted out the items that you'd like to deal with those 10 items?
I think so.
Okay. With that said, as you are finishing clearing out the last bits of the 10 items from the supply crate, you all begin to hear a voice coming from the harmonic emitter in your wagon. And I'm going to try this one out. Let me know if this is too, unintelligible or not. Testing. Can you hear me if I talk like this?
Well, it's
Yeah, it's a
very
good one.
melodic, but yeah.
The metered pace, it's great.
All right. You all hear the voice of Ilanalu coming from the harmonic emitter as she says, I felt it. You have all successfully opened the first radiant well. Very good, my well-wishers. If you need to, you may return to this helper's hand here in Yorville and resupply. Otherwise, your main task in Yorville is accomplished. Spend whatever time you still need here if you wish to discover and gain more insight and experience in this region. Otherwise, if you unfurl your map, you will see 2 new dotted locations that I have marked for you through my harmony. One, in green, is the Helper's Hand Guild that is located in the next region. If you wish to reveal your map, you'll need to receive the blessing from one of my muse sisters, Serene, by speaking to her at this Helper's Hand. This will give you a more illustrative and descriptive look at the next region. Similarly, marked in a yellowish gold, you will find the next radiant well in the next region for you to eventually pursue. One more note. I have used a bit of my own blessing for your map. If you're ever curious, you will now see at whatever areas you have unlocked a percentage of how much sites of interest you have discovered there. And everyone, if you look at the bottom of the map, underneath the tagline of Yorvale, you have discovered 50% of the sites of interest here.
Oh.
Super useful.
You ain't
Not
gonna
bad.
believe this, but she sounds just like my Aunt GLaDOS, I swear.
I love that voice.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, she says, as the harmonic emitter continues to sort of like light up along with her voice, as she says, Fine, Serene. Go to the Helper's Hand Guild of the next region. Good luck to you there.
Thank you. We will do that.
Her voice fades out.
So, what are you, could I retroactively make one small knowledge check since I wasn't here last time?
Sure. What's it for?
Just general, like, intelligence or history check, why we put a metal plate over the dwarf after we buried him.
Sure, you can make a check.
12?
You were unsure.
Okay, fair enough.
That's a good question. I just like assumed
Didn't
it
think
was just
about
like a
that,
normal
yeah.
thing. I was like, okay, you put a metal plate over them.
I mean,
That makes
anybody,
sense.
knowledge checks are free.
I mean, can we do it now?
Yeah. If it's still something that you've heard and know about, so you can make a check and see if you know why.
Kind of freaked me out.
Ah,
Oh, nice. That's a
I don't know why I
you could do a
tried.
religion check. That's a cool check.
I
Yeah.
don't know why I tried.
Unfortunately, yeah, still a little not high enough, I should say. Time. Unsure.
I like
Are you
that
sure?
all
I
of
think
the,
he is.
I like that happens in character. Like she just hangs up and then Jimmy's like, I've been wondering
Yeah.
why'd they put that plate on that guy?
Oh.
We will never know.
Well, where to next, guys?
Yeah, aside from everything burning right now, you guys want to stay here or keep pushing on? I'm fine with. I mean, I'll raise my hand and say I'm fine. Just meandering about. If you want to hit up a few spots before we go, that's fine with me.
We still have stuff to do here, though. We never found those muse guys that we needed to find.
We need to check on the ore.
Yes, that is 100% true.
You all
We
would-
never found Wilbur.
I do not care about that pig. But I do kind of want to go to the temple, the Gleedlekin temple still.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's a good
I'm very
idea.
interested in the Gleedlekin temple.
But we should check on the Auroch. I just don't know what we're gonna do if it doesn't become unstone very soon.
We can't just leave him there tied up, though.
Maybe we can go
We
back to the
could.
helpless hand and just, because I mean we have to go back there anyway and just let them know what happened. Well, I guess then we might have to pay for it.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like first thing we at least got to go back to the Stone Garden and check on our statuesque friend.
We could retrace our steps, go to Stone Garden, check on our buddy at Reek Ranch, and maybe see if we could borrow one of his stink cows to pull. Just for like a day or two, and then come back, hit up Nightfall with something, and bring it back.
I mean, we have people that can carry the.
Yeah, I don't know
Wagon.
that we really need a beast of burden anymore. I can turn into animals. I've just recently remembered.
But I do want that plant monster.
Yeah, we still want one.
Yeah.
We just
Well,
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have to go out of our way to find one right now. I think that our first port of call is to restore Jimmy back to his former health. I believe that the muses may have this magic. Maybe we should return to the Helpless Hand Guild, and now that I'm pointing at it on the map, that's really fucking...
Yeah, but you could just swing by the Stone Garden and then beeline to the guild, right?
Yeah.
So we try to go back to Stone Garden.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you in terrible pain, Jimmy?
Ah!
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Well-
I can sleep it off if that's. I mean, if I'm not gonna be at my tip-top best, but I do appreciate that you want to make me myself again.
Very well. Then to the Stone Garden to check out our Auroch friend.
Can we go
Well-
through this area, or do we have to go around it?
It's a forested area, so it is technically going to be difficult to navigate through. So you'd have to travel at a
around
slow
it.
pace. But you could go through it.
Yeah. I say we just go back the way we came.
Maybe there's
personally.
things in there.
That's true.
Either way.
All of you would know you have 4 more hours or 2 hexes of travel before you need to rest for the day.
Okay,
We'll move those too, I guess.
let's go.
I would think.
Less Q, more pew, pew.
So, where are you moving to? Mark it for me.
We're just going to
going back the way
retrace
you
it
came?
past that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going
Okey-dokey.
back the same way.
You begin traveling back the way you came. 2 hours pass. You move a hex.
Oh,
And-
did you want to take this one, Kyle, or am I?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I have used both my wild shapes, so it's you.
Ah. Allow me to pull, old friend. I transform for the first time into a mighty unicorn. It's just a warhorse, but I'm flavoring it like a unicorn.
Cool. Pulling the
Can
cart.
I ride on your back, Professor?
I will mind link with Professor Bark. Can the child ride on your back?
I think I'll be carrying enough, thank you. I think, like, there's, like, straps and stuff all over the place.
Maybe
Aw.
next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
If you can find some space, on we go.
All right. Anything happen, Jason?
You transform, Professor Bark. You move a hex. Nothing happens this time. You want to move back to the one that you previously came on. This one here.
Yeah.
All right. You did pass a tick on the map on the clock, Amanda.
Oh yeah.
2 more hours pass, putting you at 9 light time. The last hex here that you have to move for the day. You all find that you continue traveling back, crossing the largely unroaded and undiscovered, unpaved areas here of Yorvale. The grassy plains, the soft winds that blow through in the distance, dotted in several areas. You can see these large, just sheer, massive stone graves sticking up out of the ground, and soft, rolling mist that carries throughout some of the hills. Nothing happens here. Still fine. But you know that without pushing things, which is something you all can do, this is where you'd have to post up for the evening.
I say we push because it's about to be night anyways, so we'll have to rest anyways, right?
I think posting up here might be a better idea. I don't want to go sleeping next to Stone Garden with that weird tree woman you were talking to lurking about. I don't want her popping up on us.
I feel with Lincoln watching, we would be okay.
Lincoln says nothing.
I mean, if you want to push on, that's all right.
No reason to dilly-dally. We have much to do.
Sean.
We already slept there one night and we were fine.
With a murderer by our side, even.
This is true.
He ain't bad.
He ain't bad. He ain't heavy.
Did you see how cool his gun arm was, though, Professor?
I feel like I'm going crazy right now.
That was so cool, though. Wait, you can't even talk right in your horse.
I mean,
You're just.
You can tell me if you want. I'll relate.
He's saying all this, but just like huffing and puffing as a horse. Yeah.
Just neighing.
just a tine, and by the time he takes the pipe out of his mouth, he just forgets to say it.
D&D is awesome. You can live out all of your dreams, even becoming a horse.
Oh my god, you're a horse girl certified, Kyle.
Of course he'd become a horse.
Yeah, of course. It all makes sense now.
I punch shit ever again.
I still laugh at that clip where everyone's freaking out because the Wicker Man's gonna burn your wagon down, and just Professor Bark out of nowhere just says, "Burn that motherfucker down." Completely out of nowhere. All right, you guys. So, what's the decision? Are you moving to Stone Garden or staying where you are?
Yeah.
I think we're pushing on, yeah.
All right. So, as you push on, you know, maybe traveling a little outside of your comfort zone. Everyone, to successfully get here in one piece, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no. No.
The clock ticks again, passing one of your marksmen and getting to the 11th hour of light time. Tyne, you're fine. Lincoln, the journey's wearing on you a little bit, having traveled so far in a single day. You take a point of exhaustion. Forte, same thing. Opie, same thing. Uncle Jimmy, you're fine. Professor Bark, you similarly, especially pulling the cart, take a point of exhaustion. You're all a little tired. However, you do find yourselves entering again into the open, fairly vast space, since it runs for a couple miles long, with just this scattered, ruinous area, stone garden with patches of these wildflowers that grow about, as you all find yourselves trying to relocate your mount. And as you take a little time, some of you breathing a little more heavier and a little more tired than others, you hear in the distance the sound, and as you push through some of the nearby pillars, you see tied to one of the nearby trees or stone pillar posts is your Cradle Oryx mount, who is now turned again from stone to flesh and is trying to run its head to the side, trying to pull itself free from being tied up against this post here.
Oh, see, I knew he would be okay, guys. Opie's gonna go and untie him.
All right.
Well, let's like hook him up to the wagon first before we just untie him.
Oh yeah, that's
like
right.
Team effort.
Yeah.
I can calm him and help with all that. I've got a pretty good animal handling. It's
Make a check.
I'll help you.
Oh God!
I'll fish for the crit. Oh, thank you.
Guys.
Opie, you kind of come over, and it's hard for the Oryx to hear you over it feeling sort of trapped here, caught against the wall. But Ty walks up and with a soft, slow voice lulls the Cradle Oryx as it finally takes note of both of you. Maybe not seeing you before because you're a little smaller, Opie. Its breathing begins to subside a little bit. It stops pulling and yanking as hard. And Tyne, you're actually able to untie it from the post. It doesn't try to immediately bolt or anything. And collectively, everyone is able to pull over along with you, Professor Bark, kind of getting unclipped with the rest of the party's help. Moving out of the way, you all bring the wagon over and are able to get the Cradle Oryx in place, in position, and snap everything back, as the Cradle Oryx has seemed to have calmed down now that you are all especially around people that it has seen and knows before. You have your mount back, your draft animal, rather.
This is good.
Go, you don't have to tow the cart anymore, Professor, so I can ride on your back.
Are you still a unicorn? Is that okay?
I'm quite exhausted in a literal sense and metaphorical.
True.
Maybe tomorrow, little.
I guess Opie starts setting up for camp.
All right. Is everyone sleeping in a tent for the evening?
That blanket is outside like normal, tending to the fire.
Right.
Same with Tyne sleeps under the stars or the bugs.
Okay.
I think Jimmy will this night since he's a little crispy.
True.
You all set up, some of you sleeping outside of your tents while others are able to sleep on something slightly more comfortable than the rest of you as you all settle down for the evening. Let's see here. Let me first move the time. So you all traveled You traveled 6 spaces, so it's been 12 hours, so 12 more hours will have passed. So we're going to basically just go right to 11 here, but this is going to be of nighttime, so you basically sleep through nearly all of the nighttime. And I'm going...
So, how many ticks did you pass?
It's gonna go like a full thing around, so 3 ticks, because you have 12 more hours to sleep off.
Okay.
To finish off the rest of this day. And then I'm going to change this aura to dark as you all... Those of you... Well, I guess everyone, go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws, please. The elements and sleeping outside is a little rough.
Is this normal? Do we usually have to do this?
Mm-hmm.
You said no, right?
Yes, it's a normal thing you guys have been doing.
Oh no.
Con saves when we wake up?
Yeah, I don't remember having to do
yeah,
that.
We've
I've
never
been-
done that.
You guys have been passing a lot of these, but there is a mechanic built in here depending on how you are sleeping in the evening, depending on if you wake up well rested or not.
Oh.
Okay.
I promise we've done it before.
So what was different this time that triggered it then?
Nothing. You guys just slept for the evening.
I'm confused, but ignore me.
Whenever you guys have rested, depending on whether you're resting in your tents or outside, you're making a con save to see if you wake up fully rested.
Yeah, I'm just saying we've never made the con save before.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, trust me.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Opie, you're fine. Let's see. Uncle Jimmy, you're good.
I only have a
Lincoln-
9.
Let's see. We'll see about Lincoln's. Professor Bark, you're fine. Forte, did you get...
No, I misclicked. It's a 6.
Okay, so let me just make sure here. These aren't too bad. You're still fine, Forte. Let me take a look. Who had exhaustion previously? Lincoln, did you have exhaustion?
Yeah, I did.
Your
I did.
exhaustion, Lincoln, as you wake up in the morning, does not wear off.
Dang.
Tyne, did you have exhaustion?
I did not.
You wake up a little unrested, sleeping on, the kind of ground area outside as you fell asleep in stars. Maybe it's because you laid on the wrong spot or on a log or something. You have a point of exhaustion. Everyone else who had a point of exhaustion, who passed that check, no longer has it.
Did I pass with a 6?
Yes, you did.
Sweet.
You all awake, some of you in your tents, some of you not, as you peer around, seeing complete darkness outside. There's still an hour left of blight time. What would you all like to do?
Anybody need arrows?
I probably do, actually.
I make you 5. They're made out of bones, and they look really painful.
Thank you.
Anybody need anything forged?
So,
Oh.
but I do have something that I wish to bring up with you, Forte. I'm sorry to say that shield, I can no longer uphold the enchant.
Oh, that's quite all right. It's good. It's good for what it did, you know.
Making an arcanic focus, you see.
Yeah, no problem at all.
That is all I know about.
Everyone wakes up, some more well rested than others. What would you all like to do? You have your draft animal back. You took
give
your
him-
wagon with you, so all of your items still intact. Sorry, what was that, Slim? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, give him just a little bit of extra food because I know he's been, away from it, and try to double up on, brushing over him, making sure he's good to go.
That does remind me. Do we still have an empty barrel of water? An empty water barrel, I should say.
Yes, we do.
I think we should fill that up now that we've gotten our aura back.
Ha, good call.
Good idea.
How many gallons is 40?
40, yes.
Yeah, and our other one has 35. Because we just used water overnight.
40 looking for 45.
Hey, that's I can do that. Use up a
25
couple.
total.
Yeah, I can use some second level spell slots and get that done.
Nice.
Okay. We have 2 full water barrels again.
And in Orok, and our hopes and dreams are high.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Well then, my friends, which direction? Back the path we came, or should we explore a little bit left and right of the path that we came?
It's like,
There's still that abandoned village
oh,
over
guess
by the
yeah.
lake.
we could dip in there on the way back.
On the way back.
Bark goes over and looks at Jimmy and starts poking at his sores. Is Jimmy gonna be okay if we make a detour instead of going to get him healing? This is a Jimmy decision. We're not gonna make that for you.
Yeah, I mean, I should be all right, man. I don't know. I'll sleep it off. Just to be safe, I don't know if we should be doing that 1 hour travel at dark with me at the reins. I could take over afterwards, but I don't think my check would be, even with like a +8, would be a good idea at a disadvantage to navigate through the darkness.
No, I don't think we should travel at all in the dark. I think we should just wait the hour, right?
Yeah, I'm done traveling in the dark if we don't really need to.
Yeah.
Don't worry, old friend. We'll slow our pace a bit for you. You can rest and have your coffee break, your union mandated. I keep hearing about it, but I've never seen coffee. What is coffee?
All right, so you get these beans, right? And then you put them in really hot water, and it makes this stuff that looks like tar, and it smells like urine, and it tastes awful, but it gives you extra energy. It's terrible, but it's good for you. I promise.
Ew, that's disgusting. Do all you adults drink that?
I mean, where I come from, yeah. A lot of the eggheads at the maesters, yeah, they like to do it. And my union rep, he's quite the fan of it. That's how I got on it.
Beans?
Prefer hot tea.
That stuff's good. It is like hot tea, but it gives you a little extra energy. I'd take some tea if you got somebody. You know that.
He pulls
Wouldn't
out just some loose leaf.
Bark looks over it and he looks at it and says, I wouldn't.
Oh yes, maybe this is the smoking.
I was going to take him about an hour to make some tea anyway, so we should be good. I'll go, be honest though, that side gig, I don't know how tied up I want to get into that. I mean, if you guys want to, I don't want to get my hands muddled in too many pies, you know. I got 2 people I'm working for already.
Sorry, who?
I guess
2
3
people.
of you. 3 if you count Miss Ilana Latawada, whatever her name, the woman who keeps talking to us. It sounds like my Aunt GLaDOS.
You mean the thing, that Voss that we can do where we go in the caves and find rocks or something?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys are down for it, that's fine. I think it's a little dangerous. I don't want to get tied up with too many different affiliations, if you know what I mean.
What harm could rocks do?
What's that?
What harm could finding rocks do?
Giving that guy a big bada boom on his arm. I mean, if we want to, if he's got people above him that are just as dangerous, that's there's usually someone at the top running these kind of things. And if he's got more guys out here, we might be meddling a little too deep. But hey, maybe that's just the heat blisters and stuff talking. Maybe I'm out of my head. I don't know.
Amanda, you're clacking.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's a stupid keyboard.
Research is expensive, I think my character landed on last time. We could just, hear him out, see what he has to say. We're not beholden to anyone just for listening.
Yeah, that's fair enough. What about you, Lincoln? What do you think?
Bones of the earth.
You want to dig up some bones of the earth?
Bones of the earth.
Yeah, you hear that? And he gets a little crown jewel on his head, and he wants more. Let's gild his bones. You think you could do that, Forte?
I believe so. It would take a little bit of material, and then he'd have to hold really, really still.
No.
And, it would pretend. I don't think. Did you, Lankin? Did you feel the burning sensation when the giant wicker man tried to completely destroy you from the inside?
I felt a sensation of dying, yes.
He might need something. Maybe Tyne can provide him with something that makes him not feel so much, so that way I can guilt him, because it's very hot.
I do not want gold on my bones.
Okay, there it's settled. We don't do it then.
Oh, I was hoping we have a little floating wind chime, man. You'd be good.
What is wind chime?
They hollow out bones or metal, and they hang it somewhere as like a warning device. It kind of wind hits it, and it makes like music, like sounds. Kind of like that creepy doll thing, but when the wind hits it.
I am wind chime.
You might be. You could be.
Could be.
Actually, distinctly not. It's curious, actually, Lincoln. I'm glad you brought it up. Why don't you make any noise when you move?
When I was born, I was sewn together with a needle and thread from silver and gold. That's all he says.
Interesting. I mean, you don't have to scream this time, but do you know who made you?
Yes. My mother is the false wet nurse.
Excuse me?
Lincoln does not elaborate.
What?
The false wet nurse.
Yes.
Maybe Oops, sorry.
She was cold and unkind.
Yeah, so was Aunt GLaDOS. Might be the same lady. I'd like to take the history check.
Sure. Lincoln, would a 10 on a history check from Uncle Jimmy reveal it?
No, he just sounds like Lincoln saying nonsense.
Yeah, right.
What is the hand around your neck?
That's a good question. That's kind of a family thing.
Were you spun from gold as well?
Oh no, something a lot worse than gold.
Silver.
Sperm.
Yeah, a little. No, it's the kind of a family religious heirloom. It's been passed down through the family for a couple of generations.
Like Forte and the anvil.
Yeah, kind of like Forte and the anvil, except for it hitting metal and melting it. I just kind of stab shit, you know.
Ah, I understand this.
You'd like it. If maybe I'll make one out of bone and add it to your collection.
Oh, this would be pleasant.
Do we have any wood carvers in the group?
Yeah, Lincoln carves wood. That's why he was so enamored with Cherry.
Oh, that's right.
Anyway,
Tyne does scrimshaw.
sick.
Oh, that's right.
He could carve some sick designs into Lincoln.
Made his own pipe, yeah.
Wow, made from gold and silver, and I thought everybody just hatched out of eggs.
That's a dwarf thing. Dwarves hatch out of eggs.
I don't quite remember being an egg, but I'm interested to hear about this one.
Straight face, tell him.
Yes, I've heard of this. Dwarves are born from eggs.
Yeah, my good friend back home, Horden, he's a dwarf. Him and his good sword, they always tell me about how they were born from an egg. He always tries to protect all the eggs he sees because he wants to help all the little dwarves. It's a true story.
That's cool, Mr. Forte. I think I was born out of an egg too.
Maybe you're part dwarf.
But I thought all babies came from eggs. Do they come from?
It's partially true, yes. It's and that's all you need to know for the moment until you become a real warrior.
Do they come from somewhere else? You gotta tell me.
Apparently they come from the false wet nurse, whoever that is.
I was stitched together with fine materials and lay in a manger made of moss.
Is that normal?
I don't know.
Professor, is that how you were made too?
I'll pull the card.
Somebody really needs to have a birds and the bees talks with them.
We should probably move the cart now. We've been fucking around for a while.
It's definitely been an hour at this point.
You like basketball?
It feels like it. What size creature is Opie? Is he medium or small creature?
I think he's medium.
Ah, well, that's fun.
Why?
Well, because I got a bunch of cool mount forms, and if you were a medium or a small creature, it would have been more fun. But that's okay.
No, I think he's medium.
Let's see.
In one D&D, you can choose whether you're medium or small.
Oh, thanks, wizards. As you all continue to chat, yes, as Amanda pointed out, an hour passes by. The miasma, this just dark energy that permeates the area, making things practically unseeable, begins to give way as the multitude of gathering of Gleedokin begin to fly up into the air, creating the twilight of light time. A new day has dawned.
Well, let's get a move on.
Are we going to the village?
Let's go to the village. Well, let's try to find the village,
yeah.
I guess.
So I guess
That village.
right here.
Heading back the way you came?
For now.
Alright, you head this way. 2 hours pass. That would put us on one of the blips at 2 light time. And surprisingly, nothing happens.
Jason, is this on the map? Is this something that our wagon can traverse down, or is it like a hard cliff?
It is a hard cliff that you'd need to traverse around.
We should probably go up this way.
I was gonna say, are we gonna go north or south?
Let's go north. That gives us more uncovered ground, like zip, like that.
Cool.
The fart smeller, smart feller.
So you all want to head here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An additional 2 hours pass, bringing us to 4 light time. This is your second of the 5 spaces you can move for the day. Also, as you begin to move through this area, not too far away from the immolated hilltop, you all take a look through this grasslands area. This place looks like it was either affected by maybe a recently extinguished forest fire, or very well could have been the arcane flames of the Wicker Man that had once haunted this place that have now subsided since you've destroyed it. It has created the perfect condition, and I'd say probably like Professor Bark would know this since you're a more studied character, perfect conditions for the magical fire flower to grow. If you all hurry and are willing to sift through the ashes, you can find some fire flowers. So those of you who want to, please give me a perception or a nature check to find some flowers. This will take 2 hours if you'd like to. One fire flower can be turned into a paste that grants fire resistance for 8 hours.
Oh, we should
Two
get some.
2 fire flowers can be turned into a potion of fire breath.
Oh, you know we're searching for these.
Yeah.
And 3 removes fire blisters.
Lincoln's looking.
All right. Who has the best nature?
Oh,
I have
is
a
it a
plus
group check or is it just one person needs
Oh,
to
can
have
we
a check?
all? Oh, true.
Everyone
Why just-
individually can make the check if they'd like, if you decide to spend the 2 hours to do so.
Let's do it. Let's spend the 2 hours. Come on,
I'll
guys.
do it.
Do it.
That puts us to 6
Oh
o'clock
my god!
light
Oh
time.
my god!
That's another tick, Manda.
That's
Wow.
at disadvantage. That's a 19.
That ain't bad for disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my card.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to roll disadvantage. Damn it! Forgot about that.
It's an expensive use, but I want them fire flowers.
So yeah, definitely 11.
Nature.
Okay, you sift through the ashes tine, unfortunately don't find anything. Lincoln, you do discover some fireflies. Give me a 1d2 roll, that's how many you find. Opie, same
Nice.
thing for you. Uncle Jimmy, same thing for you. Forte, same thing for you. Professor Bark, same thing for you.
Woo. I don't live in nature.
This,
Oh,
you can take my 2 and add it to the pot. I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
8, nice, 9.
9.
9.
Do we have 9 total?
Looks
You
like
guys
it.
just want to put this in the wagon?
How does it take time to make potions, or is it just like smash them up, put them in a bottle, and call it a day?
It probably takes some time, but not enough to really like equate to anything mechanically.
Let's
Somebody
let's
could do
make-
this walking along.
Forte, you've already got fire resistance, right?
That comes much later on for Forge
yeah.
Cleric.
even still, I think we could like do half of them for.
Yeah, make 5 fire resistance and 2 fire breathing.
That's what I'm saying.
Makes sense.
Are you gonna be the potion dude, being the alchemist? You gonna hold on to him?
I do make the potions. Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
Would we say 5 and 2?
5 and 2.
Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Alright.
All right.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
What's next?
Someone's
like, we've covered all of this.
boop.
Yeah.
Alright. We do one of these here. The cart continues to move here. It's an additional 2 hours. You guys stayed in that area to collect those flowers, so you don't, that doesn't count as like a hex that you moved, even though the passage of time is kept ticking. Let me do this again. 2 more hours pass, bring you to 8 light time. You move to this hex here, and let me see here. Nothing happens.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking. Those of you who are marking the map may want to mark off, you know, how. There you go. Perfect. You keep on trucking. 2 more hours pass, bringing us to 10 light time.
All right, Opie. You want to ride?
I would love to, Professor.
Ride me.
Well then.
Make it weird. No, make it weird.
Yep. All right. You know what?
There's nothing
I'm out.
inherently sexual about what I said.
What kind? Oh no.
It might be a genuine experience to ride the pony. I'm just saying.
Any specific shape you like?
Oh,
I could
wow.
be a unicorn, or a giant ram, or a
I've
giant wolf.
I've never seen a unicorn before.
I was just a unicorn before.
Oh, I thought you were just the horse. A regular
The
horse.
flavor is a unicorn, yeah.
Okay. What about? Can you turn into a giant frog?
I tried to think of a way, but I can't justify that
Oh.
within the rules of flavor.
Well, what about a wolf then? That's so cool.
Wait a minute.
Very well.
For isn't giant frog For what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
you can
could.
do giant
You
frog.
wouldn't like how you would have to ride a giant toad.
Okay, giant frog is definitely on the list.
Yeah, it is.
Wolf then.
You're gonna have a chapped ass, Opie, but you can ride me as a frog.
Jesus.
I'd have to swallow you whole. Oh god.
All right. What's
Moving
happening
on.
here? Yeah.
Giant wolf.
You moving to another
Next.
hex?
All right. Yep.
Ping me.
That one.
All right. You move there. Go ahead and mark that off where you've been before. With that, the final bits of light time for this day begin to subside as the darkness rolls in, but that is very opportune as this was the last square you can move without pushing yourselves. You see the miasma begin to roll in as some of you crack some torches and stuff. Again, no need to say that we're going through lumber when you guys do your rest, because we can just say that like Lincoln or whomever is kind of taking a couple minutes to stay awake is able to gather enough from the nearby area, so no need to blow through any of that when you sleep.
I think I've been like subtracting like one every night, but I'll stop doing that.
Yeah, you don't
if
have
I don't
to.
need to.
We can say that Lincoln is like going around and just occasionally getting enough lumber to make sure that there is light encasing each of your tents that you're all staying near, so that you're not in the darkness and taking any damage from the necrotic energies of Blight Time. Blight Time rolls around. What would you all like to do now?
Guess we're gonna rest, right? We don't want to move during the darkness.
Tend to the orc and start to just take some notes and start head to bed.
I'd prefer not to have exhaustion again.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, every night when we eat, I've been like subtracting like a couple from meat, like a couple from berries, and a couple from fish, just to like spread it around a little bit. If that's okay with everybody.
Yeah. How much dark time do we have, Jason? Sorry.
It just turned dark time. You have 12 full hours of it.
I fed everybody milk, and they liked it.
Just keeps getting worse.
That was on you. We literally just ate milk the night that I had to track it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Time's gonna rest to get rid of the exhaustion, and then I'll look for like food and stuff before we leave.
Same as usual, I'll stay up like an extra hour or two just for the first part of watch and then head to bed, so there's an offset at least of a couple hours where we have somebody up.
Okay, so first off, Tyne, are you looking for food like before you take a long rest or after? Okay. So I would say, who is sleeping in tents? Who isn't?
Time will sleep in a tent.
I think generally we all sleep in tents except for
Lincoln.
who doesn't really sleep.
Time doesn't sometimes.
I'll sleep in a tree, but since he's all beat up, I'll sleep in a tent with whoever has a spot.
Sure. Hang on a second. Let me actually build this out really quickly.
When I looked it up, I have to stay still. It's like I'm in like a energy saver mode.
The Roomba's powered off.
Like R2 in everybody's favorite Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
If you look in his eye hole, you see the little window symbol just bouncing.
Oh shit! Ironically, none of us get to sleep because we're waiting for it to hit the corner just right.
It's just those pipes inside his skull.
Yes.
Flying toasters. Are we going back in time?
The
Oh,
flame
man.
toaster fish.
Yeah.
So then, to be clear, everyone's sleeping in a tent.
Except Lincoln.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, everybody.
That was a long answer for "Are we sleeping in tents?"
Sorry.
He was building something.
God damn it!
Sorry for our bullshit.
Yeah, I'm actually doing stuff in the background.
I was gonna say, Jason. was doing
Fair enough.
something. We were
I
just
can't get a
vamping.
con save to save my fucking life. Still exhausted.
+1 on that shit. This is kind of a low check.
Yeah, 6 might be enough.
It wasn't. I failed it twice already at higher than a 6.
I think it's a 5. I feel like it's a 5 if you're in a tent.
Probably pretty low if you're in a tent.
That's what I'm feeling like.
Sorry, yeah, I'm doing stuff in the background. Forte, you're fine. Tyne, you're fine. Lincoln, you're fine. Uncle Jimmy, you're fine. Everyone is fine. Those of you who had any form of, as I was saying before, exhaustion from maybe sleeping outside and stuff like that, now that is certainly healed off at this point.
Even me with the 5?
Yep. Because are you? I'm sorry. Are you sleeping outside or in a tent? Like
I'm always outside, Jason.
Then in that case, no.
Okay.
You still have 1 point of exhaustion.
At least it's not 2.
Can we cure exhaustion or magical healing in this campaign? Or
you need greater restoration, which comes later on.
This is not how this has always worked, Jason, by the way. Because Lincoln has always slept outside.
Yeah,
but
I've almost never had exhaustion, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exhaustion's the difference.
And who's sleeping in what tent?
Me and Lincoln are sharing a tent.
Like always, quote unquote.
He's a good roommate. I barely notice him.
I think I have my own. Yeah, because I bought an extra one before we left. Because Lincoln or Bark said that. He said, "I'll buy an extra one so Lincoln can sleep in mine."
He has a tent, so anybody can sleep with him if they want.
If you don't mind, little one, I don't have a tent. Unless somebody else thinks of a better idea.
I was using the cart as a tent.
You're just under the cart.
No, like inside of it, like with all the gear. Like, he'd normally sleep in like the engineering room on a spelljammer. So
okay, so Professor Bark is in a tent. Lincoln's outside of the tent. Sorry, this is very specific. Uncle Jimmy, you're in a tent by yourself?
Yes.
Forte, are you in a tent?
I'm in the cart.
You're in the cart, okay. And then Opie Tyne?
Yeah.
In tent, yes. You're scaring me. Why are you getting so specific, Jason?
Because Lincoln...
Nothing happens.
As everyone is beginning to pull themselves from the rest after 8 hours, Lincoln, you specifically, probably because outside of the, period of time where you have to like not move a whole lot, you hear the sound of something in the nearby distance.
Pull out a dagger and stand ready.
Let me see here. I'm going to move this to here. This should be appropriate to what everyone can see.
Nice.
Because you are in magical darkness, keep that in mind. Even with your special vision, because of the blight, you cannot see outside of that range.
I have a new spell that I just got. It's a once per day beast sense. Oh. What the that's what beast sense does? I thought it was like detect beasts. It's like I get a psychic link with the beast. Never mind. Lincoln, what okay, fuck. I gotta rethink my plan. Where do I hear the shit coming from? Where's the sound coming?
Let me go ahead and say you hear it coming from up north on this map. Let me go ahead and say, now that everyone is pulling themselves out of their sleep because 8 hours have passed, those of you are inside tents beyond Lincoln, but there's still like, the netting on the sides. You can actually see out. Forte, you can see out the front of the wagon. And I'll say you're just poking out enough to where the light hits you so you're not, in trouble. Everybody roll for initiative, please.
Ooh.
Remember, if your character token is selected when you roll from D&D Beyond, it'll automatically fill for you.
Oh.
Choice.
How long has it done that?
The memes aren't very funny when they're at my expense. But if this was somebody else, I'd totally be doing the same thing.
Opie, did you see you got a +1 from chat?
Oh no, thank you, chat.
Bark.
As we go into combat, Opie says, "Hey guys, remember the quest board at the Helper's Hand? An herbalist wanted the monsters cleared from the stone garden. So maybe we could tell them that we did that."
Yeah.
There's
Professor
like a whole
Bark.
den of monsters we never found.
Probably.
That's why we were asking that woman.
I've seen those statues before. That's not the monster. Bark Forte, who has a higher dex?
We just put him first. I'll defer.
Forte goes first. Also, what is your dex time?
12 +1.
+1? Okay.
Yeah.
Lankin, you hear these noises as the others coming from your slumber begin to hear the sound of shifting leaves and rustling things up ahead. What sounds like the occasional almost smack against the dirt and brush up ahead. Time, what would you like to do?
Want to be able to see better, so come out here. Feet.
Arms.
What was that, Lincoln?
2 arms. There is something nearby. We're being hunted.
Which direction?
The north. Hold on. I'll wake up everyone else. Lincoln takes the doll off his back and says, "Scream." And the doll makes a horrifying, like crazy scream, crazy horror scream noise.
Everyone is, of course, alerted to this. You also, now that your doll does this, Lincoln, in the distance, you all hear...
What?
What was it again?
A high-pitched, shrill screech.
I throw a dagger just in the general direction since it's a returning dagger. So I want to see if anything happens if I throw a dagger up there.
Can you just at least pinpoint where you toss it?
How about right here? Oh,
Okay.
I can't see that circle anymore. I hope
Well, you can just ping it too if you want. Just ping
Okay.
it for me.
Here.
Okay, cool. Actually, you can do that, Lincoln, but first, time is up because we are in turn order. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize we were in combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not combat. It's, we're just going in turn order.
Uh-huh.
I will activate Shillelagh. It's a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
I will cast... Nope, wrong one. Produce flame and just throw it 30 feet before me.
Don't forget to update your health totals on your tokens, everyone. Also, we don't have temporary hit points anymore.
Yeah.
You're just tossing a little bit of fire out ahead of you?
Yeah, it's a little ball of flame. I'm just gonna... It's technically an attack, but I don't know if I'm just throwing it. Its range is 30 feet, I think. Yeah, I can throw it 30 feet, so throw it 30 feet out.
All right, we'll say you kind of toss it 30 feet, directly ahead of you?
Yes.
Okay. Does this flame give out light, and how much? So I can make this appear.
It does. I think it's 10 feet of flame, of light. Yes, 10 feet of light.
And is that bright light?
Bright light and 10 feet dim light for an additional 10.
Okay. Tyne, you toss this up ahead. You can see something to the north. The bottom half of its body appears to walk on 2 thick, long legs. It seems as though the bottom half of its body appears to be covered in dark black feathers.
It's possibly a large bird of some kind. It's very big. That I think. Hold on. When is your? Okay, I've already. Never mind. I've already used my. So I will end my turn.
All right. You end your turn, and you all hear. And you now hear several giant patters against the dirt as running towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
It's got eye stalks.
You all see a creature begin to run into the area that you are all around. It has gaudy green and purple, some dark feathers, stunted, almost humanoid-like limbs. It has a cruel, vulture-like beak and multiple eyes that swivel about on a long, lime-colored stalks. It hoots diabolically as it approaches.
Not diabolically.
Seeing you all now here in the light, it reaches its head up and goes, and you watch as portions of its body begin to expand and move away from it, as you see forming around it
Mucus.
let me see here. Let me actually see how we can do this.
Fight ranks of feathered friends, find their fight. That wasn't bad off the cuff.
It's like a reverse Megazord.
Nematodes, huh?
I will be taking its beak. Ah!
Oh my goodness.
The extrusions from the initial body of the creature begin to extrude out, separating from the main ostrich-like creature and begin to grow into forms very similar to it itself. As it looks towards you, Tynan, like, and screeches. Its turn is done. Lincoln, you are up.
Lincoln doesn't know any of this. He's got no idea what's going on, but he sees 5 birds to kill and collect trophies from, so he's gonna do that. You know what? We're gonna go right down the line. I'm gonna do this one, and then an offhand attack there. So first attack coming at the guy on the left. 25 to hit.
Totally hits.
It's gonna be 10 damage.
All right.
And middle one. 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
I will throw an offhand dagger at the same middle one. 12 to hit. Wow, man, my rolls are hot garbage today.
Yeah, it quickly steps out of the way with the second dagger.
In that case, Lincoln will take 2 steps back towards the child and finish his turn.
All right, speaking of, Opie, you can see all this happening from your tent, but would need to leave it to be able to attack or anything like that.
Opie runs out of his tent right here. He says, "Look at all these chickens."
Did it look like the dagger actually wounded this one?
It did hit, yes, and it did wound it.
Huh. Continue, Opie.
We probably need
and he is going to let loose 2 arrows just to the one in front.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can attack twice now. That's a 28 and a 25.
Both hit.
So that's going to be 6 piercing, 7 piercing, and hold on, let me think real quick. Thinking. Okay, yeah. He's just going to use his Gathered Swarm just to do extra damage. So that is 15 damage altogether.
Nice.
To this one right here.
Your swarm buzzes around as the creature snaps its beak towards them, taking damage as 2 of your arrows find their mark. Anything else, Opie?
Yeah, he just wants to make a perception check and just make sure there's nothing else out in the darkness that he could sense.
Okay, that's gonna be tough. I'd say do it with disadvantage.
Oh, well, that's a 5 then.
Yeah, no idea if there's anything else out there, unfortunately.
That's fair. All right, no, that's it from Opie.
Forte, you pulling yourself back to the conscious world, kind of hanging out just at the edge of the darkness here over on the right side. See the party being assaulted by this large, aberrant ostrich-looking creature. What would you like to do?
First, I'd like to check to see if Professor Bark has any sort of plus dex, because we tied.
You're good. I deferred to you.
Okay, perfect. So, in full RP fashion, Forte has an adrenaline surge, having some sort of panic PTSD awakening that his spelljammer is being boarded, and picks to move an additional 30 feet and get an additional bonus action. So I'm going to be able to move 55 this turn.
Seeing the danger up ahead, you spring into action and quickly catch up, putting yourself in between the creature and your teammates behind you.
Like to take the dodge action, throw my shield up and kind of shove Tyne out of the way as I run past. And then my 2 bonus actions will be 1 to summon a spiritual weapon at 2nd level, because it doesn't do anything at 3rd level. Make 2 attacks with it, because I get a bonus.
All right. Where is the spiritual weapon being summoned?
Right in the middle of all of them.
All right.
Big anvil comes sparking to life.
We have your anvil here. I will give you control over it. There you go. And you want to make an attack against this thing?
2 attacks at the one directly in front of me.
All right.
First attack is going to be at a +6. 24 to hit.
The attack hits, but you watch as the ostrich-like creature throws its beak to the side towards the left. The one already hit on the left side by Lankin. It grabs it by the neck with its beak and pulls it in the way of your anvil as it strikes this one to the left instead.
Huh. That's fucking weird.
Odd. Yeah, well, okay. Second one, we'll try it again.
It does damage to that one.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, it hits. It just hits the one to the left of it.
11 force damage.
All right. What does it look like when you kill this one?
Nice.
The anvil kind of sparks and then kind of slides through it, kind of cocks its neck to the side, and it falls over.
As it falls over, you watch as its body very rapidly begins to melt into what looks like a foul-smelling puddle of green goo.
What is this thing? I don't like it.
At least it's not white goo this time.
That's not good. It's I don't like it. 17 on the second swing.
What's an-
17 just hits.
That would be 8 force. Same target in front of me.
Sure, that one actually does look like it connects as you hit it.
It's to arms, lads. Pass to Bark.
All right. Yes, Professor Bark, you are up. You find yourself seeing all this through the netting of your tent. What would you like to do?
Falls backwards out of his tent with a comedy pratfall, and then climbs up over here. And I'm gonna say, "Back, you foul beasts, if I can find my measurer to make sure I'm not cheating." There we go. Yes. with both hands, throw a potion at each of these guys. They have to make a Dex 13 save. Acid splash. Where's the thing? There it is. Roll.
Both of them fail.
Nice. They take 6 acid damage. You foul beasts, don't disturb my sleep.
Watch as the acid from Bark's flask kind of smash into the creatures. You can hear the sound of the sizzling acid as it burns them.
How are they looking? Are they still up?
Still up.
I meant to also do a nature check on this sort of beast. What is this?
Hey, knowledge checks. God.
A knowledge check.
Yo.
I'm curious.
Am I allowed to assist him?
Well, anybody can make a check. He's already rolled, so anybody else. No idea, Professor. This is a wild ostrich.
This is a totally wild ostrich.
It's a chicken.
You're unsure, Time.
And I am going to transform into a giant spider that is a medium-sized creature.
You're turning into a spider?
Yeah, with my bonus action, I'm going to transform into a giant spider.
Very cool. That's medium size. All right.
That's medium-sized. That's giant for spiders.
I mean, for
That's
spiders.
so cool, Professor. Why can't I ride you when you're like that?
All right. Very cool, Professor Bark. Anything else?
I will sashay my way over here. Say, what's up, spider bitch? Or I'm the spider bitch. Ostrich bitch. You sneak up on this guy, that'll be my turn.
All right. This thing in front of you certainly sees you standing there and attempts to stab at your face with its beak. 8 versus AC.
I think that misses. You said 8?
Yep.
Yeah, that misses.
All right, that misses. This one that is next to you, Uncle Jimmy, sort of like moves here, and you see this long stalk with a beak at the end of it, and several eye stalks push in through the cloth of the tent as it tries to peck at you for 14 versus AC.
Just misses. He rolls to the side and then lays still. Division's based on movement.
It pecks in the air, some of the flaps of the tent getting in its way as it just misses you.
It's base to base with me.
It is, yeah, it's right there in front of you. It's adjacent.
If it ends its turn there, I can move away from it.
If you want to,
As a
then you can.
reaction.
Yeah, it ends its turn there.
Woo. It's half my speed.
Like something out of Jurassic Park, as this thing sort of pecks in the air with a flap covering its eye stalks. You just kind of like quickly do a military roll out of the tent and pull yourself up next to Time behind you.
Time, what the hell is that?
Not sure. Very strange.
The one in the back is going to walk around this flame because I think it's going to take damage if it steps in it and holds its turn there. That means Uncle Jimmy, you're up. Seeing now the full vision of these creatures outside of the tent.
Slime chicken.
Uncle Jimmy's gonna take a move back. And then 2 shots at the big one. Oh, 1 shot initially.
2 shots.
22 is going to hit.
That's what they call them, Jimmy 2 shots.
1, 2. I assume that one's already had its action this turn. So that is 19 piercing damage.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Sneak attack.
You catch it right in the neck and kind of hit one of the arteries as the creature pulls its neck back and screeches in the air.
Bonus action, 1 more shot.
Hits.
23.
yeah.
That's why they call them Jimmy 2 shots.
And that's 4 piercing.
He's got 2 shots.
He's
Very
got 2
nice.
shots.
Blood spatters the ground from the arrows and bolts that have hit this thing at this point.
Hey, who ordered the 10-piece? I'm sleeping.
Anything else, Jimmy?
No, that's it.
All right, Tyne, you're up.
All right, I will back up. Let's see. And this be over here. I will attack it with some fire. Yeah. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
10 fire damage.
The
Throw
one-
it at.
All right, the one in front of you?
Yes.
Right,
In
the
front of Forte.
Yep, the flames kind of burn some of its matted feathers as it screeches, jumping back a little bit from your fire.
And my turn.
All right. It is going to have its turn. It's going to move here. You get an attack of opportunity if you'd like to, Forte.
I would like to use Warcaster to cast Sacred Flame on it as it tries to get away.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dex save 14, please.
Dex save coming up. It fails.
Oh. Please take 7 radiant damage.
All right, you see this radiant fire light up, almost similar to Tyne's fire, but this one with a more goldish, lightish glow as it pierces the side of the creature. It has moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right here. Kind of beginning to push into the darkness a little bit as it tries to bring down its beak your way, Professor Bark. That is going to be, let me see here, 19 versus AC. What was that, Bark?
That's a hit. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. It stabs hard into your shoulder as it smashes down its beak. This is going to be for 17 piercing damage.
Ah, I'm no longer a spider.
You pop out of spider form. It is not done yet. It is going to try and claw at you now. That is going to be... yes, if the last one hit, this one's going to hit it. It's pretty high.
My AC changed to 15.
Oh, it changed 50. Okay, it's still going to hit then. Hang on, doing math. You take 16 points of slashing damage as it catches you with its sharp claws.
Chihuahua.
And then the final 19 versus AC.
Ouch, not another. How long, my friends?
17 points of slashing damage as it brings one more set of claws across your chest.
Yikes.
What?
Professor Bark, you feel the sting of this triple attack from the beak in your shoulder and the claws scraping across your chest. You can feel the cold, or the warmth rather, of the blood kind of seeping out from the slashes. You feel the wincing pain. You try to stay up for your group, but your vision just blacks as you drop, falling over, going unconscious.
Jesus.
Lincoln, you're up.
Well, Lincoln doesn't like that. That's unfortunate.
Enemies fast. But
Which one was the one that like had another one intercept the attack
This
for
one
it?
here.
All right. Lincoln's gonna Hunter's Mark that one,
All right.
and I'm gonna move. Okay, cool. Gotta move there. 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'm gonna throw a dagger at it. Nice. That's gonna hit, I'm pretty sure.
23 will
For
hit, and you watch as similarly it pulls the one to the north of Bark in front of the attack, but it does hit the one up ahead of it.
Okay, so that's unfortunate. It only takes 12 damage then, because that wasn't the target that I marked.
All right.
I'm gonna throw another dagger at it. 22.
That's gonna hit. It continues to hold the one up ahead with its beak pulled in the way of the shots. It's strangely like sacrificing these clones it's created.
It takes 10 more damage.
What does it look like when you kill that one?
I mean, he holds it in front of him, and the dagger boomerangs back and forth from my hand into the thing.
Yeah, it's like a telekinetic shiv as it just continues to stab. Blood begins to pour out from in between the feathers as it just lets go of the beak around the neck, and the clone just collapses on the ground, melting into a pile of green goo.
And okay, there's our friend. I'm gonna move 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and then I'm done.
All right. Opie, you just saw as Professor Bark has dropped unconscious, Lincoln trying to attack the creature that did so. You're up.
No, who's gonna help the professor?
I got it. Go.
Creature has no more clones protecting it. Go for its throat.
Opie's gonna, as soon as I can do it, 5 for the turner. I can't even see. What's left? This one?
Wait, how can you not see? Can you not see this one over here?
I can barely see it. Are those is this one alive?
Everything, all the ones you see are still alive. Yeah.
We're pretty sure this is the main one,
okay.
And it keeps putting stuff as body shields, but it's out of body shields now.
Okay, then Opie's gonna move up to there, and is going to try attack this one. Then, if y'all think it's the main one.
Sure.
I'm moderately sure.
Well, that is a 10, which is a crit fail, but the other one is a 20.
You take a shot, this thing kind of half covered in the dark miasma. Your shot goes way wide, just kind of firing off into the blight in the distance. But you refocus and fire another shot. 20 versus AC hits.
And that'll just be a 9.
Alright, not bad.
Right, guys? That's right. It's just a 9 plus the crit 2. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
And then Opie's gonna use a swarm attack.
You get
for extra damage. So that's 10 total damage.
Nice.
And that's it.
All right. Successful second shot as it catches in the underbelly of the creature. You can kind of see your arrow and drops of blood flicking out from underneath it. Forte, you're up.
Professor, it's not the time. Please heal yourself for 10 with a healing word at level 3.
Professor Bark, you feel coming back into consciousness as this innervating healing energy begins to pour over your form.
Healing word is a bonus action, so I can see this creature. I'd like to Sacred Flame it again.
Sure.
DC 14 Dex, please.
All right. Dex check incoming. It passes this time.
Okay, that is, let's move up here. 5, 10.
Kicks out of the way as your flame lights up.
That's good right there. I'll try and hold against these two.
Sure. With that, Professor Bark, conscious again. You can still feel the sting of the scratches and bite on your body, but a little less so from the healing. You are up.
So that's how it's gonna be. I transform again into a giant lizard. This is a large creature.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Big old lizard boy.
Be like that then. I should really have pulled up the thing for
Everyone watches as Professor Bark, sort of half covered in the blight, begins to expand in size, his clothing giving way to a scaly outer hide as he becomes a giant lizard.
Bite at him for probably a miss. 13 to hit.
Yeah, that unfortunately is going to miss as he shifts out of the way.
I'm a lizard. I'm gonna roll for my hit points, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Okay.
Woo! That's what we talking about.
Holy
boys.
shit. Very nice.
You'll love to see it.
30 out of 30 H points.
Heck yeah.
The one to the right of you, Forte, begins to stare you down, but then eyes someone else as it quickly moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, pushing through the tent and attempts to attack you, Opie.
Kyle.
Throws a beak your way, Opie, for 14 versus AC.
That misses.
All right, you shift out of the way just as the beak comes down. Let's see. Let me just check and see how much they can go here. Okay. And then let me just check really quickly. Okay. This one is going to move 5. Does walking into the sacred flame hurt it time? For your produced fire, I should say.
I mean, it's if it hurts it walking into fire, I guess it does. It doesn't it's not. It's just fire.
Okay, I'll make a quick dex save, and if not, it'll take a little bit of damage. But oh yeah, it's gonna pass. It's like such a huge size of creature. Yeah, the legs just kind of walk over it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's gonna expend its action to move 5, 10, 15. You watch as it rears down and launches itself through the air to land right here next to you, Tyne. Dirt and dust kick up as it lands next to you. It stares down your way.
I blow a smoke image of itself. It looks like one of these creatures at it.
Its beak bites through the neck of the smoke. Uncle Jimmy, you're up.
So high all of a sudden. Bird's eyes go red. All right.
You said I was up?
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy's up.
All right, if it's ending there, I'm going to do the same thing and back up a few feet.
Sure. Do you incur attacks of opportunity for doing this?
Do not.
Okay. You roll out of the way as both beaks try to chomp down.
It's dark out and running around. Could I take a quick check to see which one looks more injured?
Sure. Medicine check.
It's at disadvantage. That's a 6.
Hard to tell.
I'm gonna shoot at the one that Professor Bark's shooting at because he's been beating that one up.
Sure.
$18 hit?
18 hits.
That's 17 damage.
Oh, very nice.
Bonus action, take one more shot. It's an 11.
That is gonna miss.
I think that's it.
All right. With that, Tyne, you're up now.
All right. I will summon my unicorn spirit totem.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this fucking thing.
I will summon it right.
Hey, I didn't know that was a Professor Bark action figure.
Right here.
Right here.
Yep. It has.
You have control
This
over
fucking
it.
thing.
I love this. These land druids are like the coolest thing ever.
All right, so everyone automatically gets. What is it?
Everyone? Tyne? Everyone?
Everyone that I choose in
Okay.
the aura,
Just
so
making
it'll
sure.
be allies. What is it? Why can I not find it? Ugh. Unicorn Spirit lends its protection. You and your allies gain advantage on blah, blah, blah. If you cast a spell using.
It's the one that heals. It's not the temporary hit points one.
Oh yeah, that's the other one. Sorry. Oh, in that case, then I will just skip ahead to Healing Bark with a nice, call it a level 2 Healing Wood. 10 healing. Plus, for my unicorn, you get an additional. I think it's
Good
my
level.
level, right? Yeah.
5.
5
God, that's so good.
to everyone.
I love it.
All my allies, at least.
Is that temp HP?
No, that's HP.
Healing. It's healing if you
Oh.
need it.
Dead air. What's going on?
Very nice, very nice. What else, Tyne?
If any, sorry, I think that's my. I will actually. I'm gonna try to use my action. No, I already action. I'm good. I'm done. Sorry.
That's okay. It is the creature's turn next. This unicorn, what is this? Is this a totem? What is this thing? Spirit totem? Rules lawyers. Can monsters stand on top of that thing? Can they be in that space?
I think they can. As an action, you can magically summon an incorporeal. Yeah, so.
Alright. In that case, this thing is going to shift 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right here. It eyes you down, Opie. It tries to throw its beak your way. That is going to be a strong hit at 26 versus AC. Its beak stabs into your chest, Opie, as you take 9 points of piercing damage. It then attempts to claw you. That's going to be another hit. This is going to deal 13 slashing damage. Everyone watching here almost sees that Opie's trying to dodge this stuff, but is almost slightly distracted by the fact that there's one also adjacent to him. This final one will also hit, and Opie, you will take 18 additional points of slashing damage.
God.
Damn.
Got you.
Okay. I see how it is. He's not down, but he sure is close.
Everyone sees as this poor boy is just sort of terrorized as this ostrich monster like throws its beak into Opie's side and scratches across him. Opie is blood beginning to kind of pour on Opie's clothing. It is done. Lincoln, you're up.
All right. Stop me if you've heard this one before. I throw 2 daggers at this thing.
Church blast.
You know what? I'm gonna give myself advantage on the first one.
Shit.
And it's a good thing I did, because I would have missed otherwise. 23 to hit.
That hits.
And Hunter's Mark. Woo! 16. Second
Alright.
dagger. Oh, that's a miss. Offhand dagger. 17?
17.
Just hits.
Oh boy. That's another Hunter's Mark. So that's going to be 25 damage altogether.
Okay. Your first one was what? How much damage? I'm sorry. 25 damage altogether? Let me think.
First one was 16 damage.
16. Okay. This thing, without needing to make any checks, it is profusely bleeding. You can see some of the eye stalks have been punctured, and some of them are sort of hanging limply by the sides of its beak and face. It is not looking great. Anything else, Lincoln?
I really wish I hit it with all three. Oh well. I guess I'll move. I don't really need to though. I'll stay here. I'm done.
All right, Opie, you are up. This thing just wrenched into you for a series of attacks.
Is this one the real one we're still thinking?
This is the one that most people have been hitting, and it is looking in very bad shape at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike just in case. I don't think I really need it at this point.
On the one to your left?
Well, I mean, if I hit him with my next attack.
Oh, gotcha.
Cool. And he's gonna fire 2 arrows at that one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 13.
13 goes a little wide, misses, but that 26 will hit.
And that is 8 piercing, and he has to make a DC 13 strength save.
He would, but what does it look like as Opie gets his revenge and takes down the main one that you initially saw?
Opie fires an arrow just clean through. The thing has its mouth open, and it like goes into its mouth and like out the back of its head.
Blood spatters out of the back of its head as the creature collapses over.
But like as Opie fires it, he just kind of falls down to the ground, holding himself, his bloodied self.
The huge creature collapses on the ground. Dust scatters around you, Uncle Jimmy and Forte and Opie. Anything else, Opie?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Forte, you're up. 2 still standing.
Lad, you got to run. 5, 10.
This one, unlike the others, does not melt into a pile of goo.
Here. Dying, close your eyes. Please make a DC 14 con save on both these creatures.
Solar flare. Both get unnatural 20s.
Oh my god.
Double 19s.
That's my action, bonus action. 20. Move the anvil and swing at this one.
All right.
For a critical fail.
Ooh, yeah, goes wide, nearly hitting Opie, but still missing him. But unfortunately doesn't hit the creature.
I've used all my resources. Bark, you're up.
All right, Bark is up.
Lizard noise. I grab Opie and put him behind me. He's subject to force movement unless he wants to make a check to stop me.
No.
And therefore doesn't take any attacks. And that is all for Bark.
Smart. It is the creature's turn. It
moves 5 feet and eats Opie.
What do they want to do? This one takes a step back and gets ready to look like it's going to jump. And it attempts to jump through the air and land on this side, letting Forte, you and or your spiritual weapon make an attack of opportunity.
Me too.
And or?
I mean, I'm assuming you can only use one reaction, so I'm assuming just Forte could make the swing. Oh,
okay.
And Bark as well, yes.
Here's a rules lawyer. Can I AoE as my reaction with Warcaster?
No, it's single target.
What? No. You
pretty sure.
I'm
pretty sure.
Oh,
okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I'll look it up. What are you trying to cast?
Word of Radiance.
Hostile. You can use your reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making opportunity attack cast on. Oh, it must target only that creature. Yeah, child.
Okay. Sacred Flame, DC 14 Dex, please.
And then Bark, your attack does hit, dealing 9 piercing. What was the DC again?
14, please.
Okay, makes that one.
Okay.
It lands here and attempts to bite at you with its beak tine. That is going to be 18 versus AC.
Oh yeah.
It bites into you hard for 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then the one over to your right attempts to do the same, but this time only for 14 versus AC.
Still hits.
All right, this one bites you as well, this time for 8 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
They are done. Uncle Jimmy, you're up.
Uncle Jimmy's had enough of these stupid birds. He's finally awake. He's had a few rounds. He's going to take an adrenaline surge too and gain advantage on my next d20 roll and an extra bonus action. So I'm going to take 2 shots. First shot's going to be on the bird on the left with advantage. Oh, look at that. 2 12s.
Both of those hit.
Oh man. That's just for 1 attack. It was with advantage.
Oh, gotcha.
And that is 17 piercing damage.
What does it look like when you take this one down?
Looking at the other one, he just puts his crossbow up and takes a shot and catches it right between the eyes.
It collapses over, melts into.
I use my additional bonus action, since that was a regular attack advantage, to take an aim, and then use my regular bonus action to take the bonus attack from taking an attack with my hand crossbow. So I'm taking a second attack at it.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said, but second attack sounds good. You could go to the room of the golden monkey.
The monkey sucked, but I'll take the regular 20 on that attack. 20 hit sets.
A natty 20 is totally going to hit.
8 piercing.
All right, your bolt cleanly stabs into the front of the creature. It's still standing, but looking a little worse for wear here. Anything else, Uncle Jimmy?
That's it.
That means we roll back up to top time.
Alright, I will shout, Opie, you will feel better with this. And cast Healing Word at level 3. 13 healing, plus everyone gets 5 from my unicorn. Including
So
myself.
good. So fucking good.
Wait, so I get 13 plus 5? Oh,
You get
perfect.
13 and the 5, yeah.
Nice.
Totems are so good.
Yeah, that's clutch.
Yeah. I think I don't have any bonus actions other than... Is Shillelagh just bonus action to cast it, not to...
Yeah.
Yeah, the enchantment is a bonus action.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, very good. Lincoln, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna take a bonus action, and I'm going to move Hunter's Mark to the last remaining death chicken, and I'm gonna throw some daggers at it. Oh, that's gonna be
That's
that's
going to hit.
that's gonna be a lot of damage. Hold on.
Don't even roll the damage. What is it look like
No,
when you
let me
kill?
roll the damage,
Okay,
Jason.
go ahead and roll the damage.
This is all I have in life. That's gonna be 30.
Nice.
What does it
So
look like when
I-
you take this one down, Lincoln?
Boomerang into his danger noodle neck and it decapitated, so it's just like a floppy bird worm on the ground.
Danger noodle neck.
Blood just shoots out, kind of spilling around the area before this thing collapses, quickly and rapidly melting into a pile of goo. It appears as though these nasty creatures that attacked you have been defeated.
I just see Lincoln spinning around like a death blossom, but bones shooting out of him.
Yeah, basically. It's the one rib bone that Professor enchanted that's like going back and forth and ping-ponging between stuff.
It's like a sickle.
Yeah.
It's like a clavicle.
What was that creature?
I've never met chickens like that before.
Jimmy's gonna smear a little of its blood on the side of his face and just let out a big old nasty bugbear roar. Swear a few times and say, "I was sleeping."
Perhaps the mucus the creature excreted could prove useful.
Mucus.
Well, we are running a little low on meat.
Ugh. Jelly.
Can I make like maybe a nature or survival check to see if its meat would be good, okay to eat?
Yeah, sure.
You
It's
telling
gonna
me
do the thing.
this bird's jelly filled?
I ain't telling you nothing. I transform back as
All
I.
right.
Fuck.
Your scaly skin begins to recede, Bark, as you shift back into your furbolg form.
Try survival instead. And still.
Yeah, man.
It's difficult to tell time, but you, Professor Bark, probably having more of a formal study in life, take a look at the creature. It is certainly maybe aberrant in some nature. You also feel like you remember some of the hunters at the original visit at the Helper's Hand Guild. Maybe amongst your party members as they spread out and talk to some of the people. Your party members mentioned some hunters talking about a ostrich-like monster that exists out here in the wilds. It appears to be this one that you have failed. From your check with your nature, Professor Bark, certainly an interesting looking thing, but unlike the other clones or copies, this one is in fact intact, and the meat would be fine to eat.
Is there any of that goo around?
Yeah, it's still like bubbling and stuff on the ground.
Anybody have a like a flask or something, like a bottle I could put some of the stuff in?
Lincoln wants to try to find whatever organs were making that and extract them for some reason.
Okay, I'd say make a medicine check.
Yeah, and Opie's gonna go ahead and start,
Cutting up the
butchering
meat?
the animal, I guess, yeah.
Okay, to cut this thing up, Opie, this is going off of our rules here, this is a huge creature. It's going to take 4 hours to get all the meat from it if you'd like to. And if you want to, you can make a strength athletics check to see how much you gather.
Can we say I take 2 hours, do like half of it?
Yeah, I'll say you can do half.
Because we still need to sleep, right?
No,
this was
that was at the end of your 8 hours. You guys are all awake now.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well...
If I
Who's
help,
that?
So then
Could
we
I
can just take the 4 then, right? Is everybody okay with that?
Oh.
Everyone's cool with that.
Oh,
if we try to help or assist, can we? Oh,
good boy card. Succeed on a skill check.
Okay, I'll say this, because this is like a metered skill check. This, depending on how high you roll, the more you might get. I'll say you can't fail this check at the very least. How about that?
Okay. Will you take an intimidation? Can I intimidate the dead body into giving me a
no. I'll
In
say
that case,
that
my
can
check
work.
is an 8.
That can work for anyone. I'll say that much. But someone needs to make that strength athletics check to carve into this thing. If Opie wants to do it, you can, or whomever else.
That wasn't a strength athletics.
Yeah, because this thing is
15.
big. The meat is hard to carve into. So 15, that's pretty strong.
I'll add a +1, 16.
Nice.
Very nice. Yes, 4 hours pass. Those of you who want to get like a short rest in to maybe get some health points back or use whatever magic you can, that's gonna put you 4 hours afterwards. Opie, you carve into this thing. You gather 32 pounds of meat.
Jesus.
Damn, we're
Getting
eating good tonight, boys.
Frying up this fucking bird, man.
we got a 24-pound bird in the oven. It's gonna feed 6 of us.
Were we able to find the organ and maybe get some fresh goo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want to check out the goo, and if it's worth collecting, I'll use the 4 hours to make glass bottles because I got glass blowers tools.
Hey.
After we take the goo out, we can stuff it like a holiday turkey
What? You don't take the liver out of something and like we can stuff it with the bile that was in the liver, like a holiday turkey.
So-
I've never made a holiday turkey. I don't know.
So you find that wait. Someone needs to make a medicine check. Did somebody make the medicine check?
It was 8. I made it a while ago.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Lincoln, as you watch Opie cut into it, you kind of study it and see if there's any viable organ that you can see that may have produced this goo or this bile after the refuse of the creatures is what left, and you're not able to find anything. The creature's still splayed open, so if anyone wanted to make any other medicine checks to see
but
if you could.
I succeeded.
Oh, you used that? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were using the check on gathering meat. I apologize.
No, I don't give a shit about the meat. I want the goo.
You find
Give me the goo, Jason.
So you find organs, and with your medicine check, you're able to determine that these strange-looking, like light purplish organ that is, it looks like a series, like a mass of like circular, like rounded bubbles that all connect to one another. You get the sense that this is the organ that allows the creature to duplicate itself. Though with the creature dead, it needs to be a internal thing that is connected to the creature to do this. The organ doesn't produce the goo itself. It produces the clones who then turn into the goo. And Uncle Jimmy, I believe you're the one who collected some of the goo?
Yeah, I'm gonna take... I know I have a couple like extra bottles and just extra containers and stuff. I'm just gonna get a small bit of it and pour just a little into there.
You can at least tell Uncle Jimmy as you gather a little bit that at the very least, upon getting a little bit on your finger, it doesn't appear to cause any like caustic or acidic damage.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna bottle that up, take a bunch of notes with my notepad, and just kind of like stand over the thing scribbling for a few minutes.
Sure.
Are you something of an artificer too?
So I kind of got a job for this company. My union rep found an outsourced job for me to facilitate, and yeah, I'm supposed to take notes on anything I kill here. That's kind of why I'm here. They want to know what weird shit's out here, and hey, if you kill something, bring part of it back. And I open up the meat locker where I've been. The chest of preserving, and I put the jar in there and point out the other bits of monsters we had. It's for a local place on Neo Gokyo. A bunch of them eggheads.
You have a chest of preserving?
Yep.
Oh, Lincoln hands you this big gooey purple organ and says, "Perhaps we can find some manner of smith that can make something with this."
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah.
This looks like something from a serial killer's like closet or something, as you see.
What's in the bar?
Yes. Make sure you mark down that bulbous purple clone organ to your inventory.
Giant purple chode. Gotcha.
As the
Throbbing
4 hours
organ.
round out, that puts us exactly at 12 light time. So the blight, this dark mass of a cloud, dissipates, and you'll all see it around now.
What is the bird called?
You can still make checks if you'd like. No one was able to determine that.
Nature check. Boom! Here comes the crit.
I got
22.
Oh, pretty strong.
I got a 23 on that.
Oh, never mind.
Well, I
It's
was using that for something different, though, I guess.
okay.
Yeah, I'll just say, Lincoln and Professor Bark, you are all able to determine. You've probably never seen one of these creatures. Perhaps it is native to this passage here. This is a creature called the Shukankor.
Excuse me?
Name it the Shukankor.
This is a huge
It's a lovely-
aberration that is very evil. They are wasteland hunters, and they have strength in numbers.
They sure do.
Can I take his beak?
All right, you cut the beak off.
Rich and off.
Mutilating.
Thanks, Daddy.
I also want to check out the goo. Does it have any special properties, or is it just like boogers?
Make a check.
I got Arcana, Nature with Nature, I guess.
Yeah, I think nature would work.
Nature. Hey, it's a
Oh,
unnatural.
Yeah, you're able to determine, at least from that check, that this stuff doesn't really have any other specific effects. This is just the leftover deposit from when the clone forms of the Shukenkor are brought to death. They quickly dissipate. Unless they break free from the initial Shukenkor that created them, they turn into this goo. Although those of you who made those checks, which is Lincoln and Bark, you guys get the sense that if one of these was able to break free on its own accord and last somewhere out in the passage, it would probably become one of the sort of like grown adult Shukenkor itself.
oh, weird. So this is like
mitosis.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is like we're just digging around in ostrich cum.
I need to
Sure.
I need to update my notes then.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Hey, Jason, I don't know. It's
Like a
Yeah,
starfish.
let's
You want to do the giveaway?
let's first move to the map.
And on that note,
Let's move to the map.
Giveaway.
Everybody in the chat, whoever uses Roll20 as your virtual tabletop of choice, whoever wants a digital code for Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, the digital content over on Roll20, type it in now. Whoever wants it, say, I want it in the chat. Whoever is the quickest gets it.
First one to yell ostrich.
Anna says, me. Anna, congratulations. You are the quickest one to the keyboard. Good job. You've won yourself a digital code for Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, the new book that's kind of got a whole bunch of piecemeal adventures that are all kind of interesting and have various cultures tied into them all, which seems really neat. So I will, hey, Anna, message me either on Discord or on Twitch. Just send me a little like, hey, send me the code bitch note, and I'll remember to send it to you. Thank you. And then really quickly, I know we only have 30 minutes left, but if you all don't mind, I need to take a quick pee breaks. Do we want to do like just a quick 5-minute break here real quick?
Sure.
Union coffee.
All right, everyone
Union
go grab your
coffee.
drinks, hydrate, stretch your legs. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. We are back, everybody. So, yes, light time just kicked in. Battle over. Some of you still with some wounds, kind of licking your wounds, but with that battle over, you know that eventually you'll probably get some more rest in, so you may not need to use, any healing stuff. So, with all of that said, where would you like to go from here, everyone? New day is dawned.
I think we're heading like this way, or do we want to head along the...
Most civilizations are born along the water's edge.
It's like the same thing, actually, kind of.
Yes. What he said.
I'd like to see the lake. It's been a long time since I've had a good swim.
Oh man, it's been a long time getting
so you're
from there
pushing
to
here?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You push here. There is a 2-hour passage of time, bringing us to 2 o'clock light time. That hits one of the ticks, man. As you near this area, each of these hexes being 6 miles long, looking out ahead, you can see the large expanse of the Slumber Lagoon out in the distance. You can see the beach waters that run across the side here of the tip. And you can see that it looks pretty large and seems to be covered in this very light mist that just sort of slowly rolls over it. It doesn't affect your sight like all that much. It's very light. It just kind of like calmly flows over as you see the lagoon. Nothing else happens besides that.
Nice. Let's keep going. Let's move along the water.
Move
Yes.
here. Whoops, here.
Yeah.
Well, I like the other one. Is good.
You move into the lagoon.
2 more hours pass. It's about right here that you all notice a puddle nearby. As you're passing, just all walking along with the cart itself, you notice that this puddle appears to shimmer with some zest, as though it is perhaps different or maybe even magical. Everyone please give me an Arcana check.
Ooh.
I was waiting for you to say it just vibrates every now and then like a T-Rex is coming.
The critical hit with minus one.
Forte, take your good boy card, Forte. There you go.
Tanner's killing it tonight.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Just
no.
by existing, time is great. We don't gotta do anything.
He smoked too much tonight. So it's not a
Hey.
White weed is laced with fentanyl.
yeah, he's a little out of it tonight.
Everyone,
I told you, drink that goofy tea.
everyone besides Tyne and Uncle Jimmy are able to determine that for whatever reason, and although this may not last forever, this small little fountain here that kind of pours out of old stone is magic in nature and has this shimmering azure water that pours out of it. A player that dips their weapon in it, and it can only do this for one, will become a magical +1 weapon for 1d4 days.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool.
Warhammer. Warhammer.
His is already enchanted, right?
No, I only have my
Oh, well then get in it.
I only have my armor enchanted for +1 AC.
Or or Jimmy's hand crossbow. Either of those would be good.
I have access to spell damage, so I would say Jimmy does it.
Dip your crossbow in that shit.
Yeah, I've got like 4 different ways to do damage, so if I'm
Jim.
stuck, I can switch. Jim,
I have an idea. Give me that crossbow we found in that box that fell from the sky.
You're gonna make it you're gonna dip it in the water?
Yeah, well, yes, I guess my experience was quite obvious, but that's what I'm gonna do, yes.
You know, I might be a scientist myself. Here you go. Hey, speaking of scientists, you know anything about those eggheads on the Neo Gokyo? You ever work with them?
There's no nature at all on Neo Gokyo.
There's plenty of nature. It's just locked up.
I guess to answer your question, no. I don't know much about Neo Gokyo.
You never worked with the Maesters?
Can't say that I have.
Alright.
I'm a scholastic, you see. For-profit science makes me sick patooey.
World without nature. Sound.
They made it. Sorry, but you're... They made it that way, Time, on purpose.
Nothing but metal, buddy.
What's the point?
I mean, you can come visit sometime if you want, man.
Sounds oppressive.
You may know the half of it.
By design.
Yeah, well, yeah, kinda.
So you dip that?
Here's your
Yeah.
crossbow back.
Hit that shit and roll your 1d4.
1d4. 1d4.
You want me to roll it? Or you
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your weapon, yeah.
Yeah.
Want
2 days.
2 days. Jimmy,
All
2
right.
days.
Keep track of that.
2 days? See, now I just gotta shoot something with it for the hell of it, see what happens.
Yeah. What
I'll
time is
do a test shot just to make sure that the experiment works. I'll shoot the nearest thing I see.
Shoots the
Oh, God.
rock.
Not again.
That isn't the Auric or her party.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah. It's
All
4
right.
o'clock in the afternoon. That's when your day started.
Continuing on, moving along the coastline here.
Yeah.
All right. You do so. 2 more hours pass by, bringing us to 6 light time. That's another check mark on the clock, Amanda. At this point, everyone hears a and you look back and see that the wagon is not looking great. It has had a lot of wear and tear over its travel from the past couple of days, and you see some of the wood is cracked, some of it broken and slipped off.
How many moves did we have left?
2 more.
Maybe round out the day and then try repairing the wagon.
Mending
Is it-
time.
How bad? Like, again, how bad does it look?
You could all make a check if you'd like to.
And check. I would have given
Nature check?
nature perception. I got nothing good on this.
I'd take perception, I'd take investigation. If you have Smith's tools, I'd let you do a roll using one of those.
I have Smith's tools.
Or
I have
like woodworker's tools. Yeah, there's a lot of things
I
I
have
do here.
I have Smith's tools now too.
What's that? Just a proficiency bonus roll?
Yeah.
But it's double, right? Wasn't it
Advantage.
double for
With advantage?
tools? Or how does
Oh,
that work?
yeah. Let's do the alternative rolls. Choose a skill if you're trained in it, and you just get advantage on the skill.
Okay, cool. Sounds like a medicine check to me.
Medicine of the card, I mean, I guess.
You're really rolling medicine.
I've got +6s in medicine survival, so insight.
Okay. Professor Bark. It's difficult to tell. Uncle Jimmy, did you already roll? Did you roll 11?
You said advantage, correct? If we have the tools.
If you have the
Yeah.
tools, yes.
Would you count it for being trained as a driver? Or-
Sure. Yeah, high roll is forte, but that's for medicine, so this does not divulge much. Uncle Jimmy, though, you being a proficient driver of vehicles and being used to them, you know that this wagon is towards the end of its ability to take you all. It still has a good couple hexes that it could move across this map that you're all charting out on your map. But you know that it may not take you more than like another 2 or so days worth if you were to not repair it. So still some hexes left.
Let's just do 2 more.
Yeah, it's just showing some wear and tear. So where's the next hex you all want to move?
Yeah, bottom left.
All right, 2 more hours pass by, bringing us to 8 light time.
And left. Oop,
Yep.
You're probably rolling.
Nope, I actually pre-rolled.
Oh.
I will tell you when something happens. You want to continue moving to the left?
To the left.
All right.
Now slide, baby, slide.
Here we go.
Way!
2 more hours pass, bringing us to 10 light time first off, so that's another tick on the clock, Amanda. Although I will say you can mark one of those off, the ticks down, Amanda, because defeating a creature, although you defeated many in that combat, but only one was the main creature, you can give 1 more to the harmonic flux.
Okay.
So what's the harmonic flux at right now? 82? Okay.
Yeah.
As you all continue to approach, moving into this hex, you find yourselves able to see up ahead what appears to be a walled-off town that sits at the edge of the lagoon. You can see these tall walls rise up, although you can kind of see out towards the lagoon. It appears as though there's like a little harbor area with some docks and maybe some ships out there, although it's difficult to see from here because of the walls kind of clip most of it off. You all begin to approach the front, or at least the front that you are able to determine of this town, and see up above with a open gate the town name of Lusir Tamisa.
Okay.
Found our lost village.
You look inside and see a collection of buildings. This town reminds you very similarly of Nightfall, although probably with a little bit more of a little more built up, right? These homes are a little more probably, what do I want to say? There's a little more money that was probably made here. The homes are slightly better looking and stuff like that. The town is easily walled off. You don't notice any guards here at the gate though, and as you begin to travel inside, you notice that this place has all the buildings, everything appears intact upon just sort of initial impressions, but appears to be completely deserted of anyone that you see. There is, as you enter, a soft rolling mist that occasionally pushes through some of the tighter streets and rolls through. Everyone, if you don't mind, please give me a perception check.
Yeah, I mean, before we get too far in there, Opie's definitely gonna make a perception check to see if there's...
Holy shit.
Give me that good boy card. Let's see if I can get it in 14 minutes.
He's hacking.
Can see the matrix.
Tyne is just too high. He's blowing, not only is there a rolling mist, but that reminds him to blow some mist of his own into his own face. He can't see anything.
Crack, never once.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Uncle Jimmy. Okay, 14. You all notice as you look around here that using your senses, first off, looking around, using your sight, you notice that although all the buildings appear perfectly fine, relatively intact, you do see that a lot of the windows to many of the buildings here are what look to be broken. Not many of them still stand. I will say, sorry, what were you going to say, Luke?
Is there glass on a particular side of the, like, does it look like somebody broke out of the buildings or somebody broke into the buildings or like a mix of?
It appears to be a mixture.
Okay.
Some shards lie outside a couple feet. Some look broken and don't appear to have much debris at all at their base outside here. You, Lincoln, with your natural 20, though, notice, just trying to peer, not only to look around and see what you can see, but to also notice any of the nearby buildings. You see a building that is labeled the Gazetteer Office.
Gazetteer. That sounds familiar somehow.
It does sound familiar. To me, not Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also say, between most of you, you hear in the distance the sound of what sounds like maybe wood crashing on the ground, maybe glass breaking. But that's a little further in the distance, probably a couple streets further in.
Raptors.
Tiny is not.
What? Danger. Very scary then. What do we do?
Jason, can you spell what did you just say?
What?
Gazetteer.
Gazetteer.
Gazetteer, yeah.
Mhm. Gazetteer. Not 2 R's, just 1.
Gazetteer.
You said a building was named Gazetteer?
Sorry, 2 T's. Yes, Gazetteer Office is what it shows.
Were they the map people?
Only one way to find out, old friend. I say we make it to there. Because inside sounds good with all this crashing going around outside.
3.
Come now. Let me count all of us are here. Let's go.
You all keeping the RX close in tow, trying to find the streets that are have wide enough berth to move through. A lot of the buildings here are set up in sort of like a structure that makes there a lot of tiny, smaller alleyways and stuff to pass through. It's a little cramped moving through the town, but you try to stick to the larger main road that led you in here, and moving the arcs kind of out at the front, you all enter into what appears to be the Gazetteer Office. As you enter, this place looks as though, well, you see there are a couple, 2 or 3, would look like scrolls that you don't notice that have any writing on them sit face down on the floor. You see in the back, behind a counter made of wood, there appears to maybe have been at one point drawers that held other Gazetteer scrolls. And you're able to put together at this point, the Gazetteers are maps of either local areas or areas around here, but the drawers mostly appear to be open and empty, although if you'd like, you could make a check to see if there are any left over.
I am a cartographer.
Ah.
Cool.
Would I have any benefit?
You need to find something useful first with a check. And then I'd say you'd get advantage on maybe determining what it is and where it is.
I will take an investigation check to look if anybody wants to help.
I want to double check the windows and look to see if that crashing noise is coming towards us.
Okay. All of the windows here in this office are similarly broken. You still hear the sound occasionally, like every 2 or 3 minutes, of something maybe falling over or crashing. But you can't tell if it's moving closer or further or staying where it's at, that check. Uncle Jimmy sort of like pops over the countertop and begins to try and see if there's any drawers left behind the counter that may offer you all any sort of maps that could help determine other beneficial locations. And you are able to find 2, Uncle Jimmy, with that check, as you, using your investigation, trying to think where would they keep some of the maps left over that I've used in my journeys before. You are able to find parchments that lead you to a place called the Unhallowed Tomb and the Abandoned Fishery.
Ooh.
Are these locations within the city?
These are locations within this region, and I would ask
Oh.
anyone can make this check, but I'd say only one of you. No, I take that back. Anybody can make this check. I need a either investigation or survival check to narrow down on your map where these areas are located. And I'd say you could do it with advantage, Uncle Jimmy.
All right, so do I take the survival and negate the disadvantage from having heat rash or whatever with the +9?
It'd give you advantage because you're skilled in cartographer tools.
Just roll it with the +9. That'll
Base
be better.
+9 is better than advantage.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
24.
Oh, I get it. I was holding the map upside down. Maroon. Oh.
So if you want to mark on your map, I'm going to ping 2 areas. Right here, on this hex, the abandoned fishery. You know the exact location.
Yeah, I know a lot about fisheries.
Who wants to ride it?
Over here, the unhallowed tomb.
Tomb. Go
So
to tomb.
keep those in mind.
Tomb.
If you want to make a symbol, go ahead.
I mean, to be fair, the hatchery, the fishing place, we get people sleeping with the fishes, so I might be a tomb too.
Tomb.
You got friends at the unhallowed tomb?
Perhaps. Wouldn't you like to find out?
I mean, not particularly, but I mean, sure.
Tomb.
This one's the tomb.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You guys know the exact location. Let me take these away. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to waste your time, but here, I'll just quite literally do this.
Like playing with the pretty colors.
Nice.
Easier.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
This is a robot. The head fell off and it needed glasses.
Oh no.
Hello, my name is Charles.
Iron Giant, dude.
I ain't got no business at no fishery. Probably smells bad.
Yeah.
I want to go to both.
The
Other than-
unhallowed tomb, that sounds scary.
Yes.
Other than that, Uncle Jimmy, you don't really find anything of particular note. In fact, it seems like most of this place doesn't have any other valuables here, almost as if either A, they left and took everything who were the store owners, or maybe it was ransacked, you don't know.
What were we supposed to do here? I thought the whole city disappeared. Did they mean the population disappeared, not the actual structures of the city?
Yeah, you
I
see
think they just told us it was an abandoned village.
Okay.
Yeah, all the buildings
Right?
besides, of course, some of the broken windows and stuff appear intact, but you don't see any person.
Can I survival to check for like fresh tracks or some kind of clue that could indicate if there was some sort of predation here or something like, or OP can and
Yeah, Opie's gonna do that too, and
I
he got
help you.
21.
How about that?
So then it's a...
If you help, then I got a crit
Well,
25.
what are you checking specifically? I'll say that, Opie.
Opie just wants to look for like any signs of like life, like that people or something was recently here.
Life finds a way.
Tracks, yeah.
Ashes, something.
Okay. You take a second as you all leave the office and peer around. Opie spends a little time looking around. You see no sign of any humanoid creatures around here, Opie, but you do see what appear to be the tracks of some type of large creature. They look like large muddy, dried footsteps on the ground that lead further into the town.
Can I roll a nature on the footsteps? Footprint.
Advantage, my
Sure.
good friend.
See if I can recognize what they're from. Oh, they're okay. There it is. 21. Finally.
Hey, we did it.
Yay!
You're able to determine time using that check that these prints that you see on the ground that kind of lead further into the town before they sort of disappear in the background, that this is a creature called a hodag, a carnivorous, typically nocturnal predator that stalks temperate forests, hills, and plains. They tend to have a taste for domestic life because while fierce, they prefer to kill easy prey. So they like to stalk outside farms, villages, and even small cities, attacking livestock, pets, stuff like that.
You think these creatures ate everybody in town?
It would be a lot of hodags.
It begs the question, what does a hodag do with all the maps that it stole from this place?
It has a hoedown.
So it leads further into town, though, right? The
Mhm.
tracks?
Just one set of tracks that lead further into town.
We should follow them.
How much time
agree.
till dark? Because I need a short rest to get my
2 more hours.
wild shape back. Say 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Opie's gonna try to follow the tracks. Do you want me to make another survival, or will that crit do it?
I'd say with your crit, you're able to follow the tracks along with the rest of the party as you dive deeper into the city. You push deeper into the city, kind of waning and zigzagging through the city streets, leading the wagon along with you. Opie, you're sort of heading up front, following the tracks. It finally eventually lands you in a little bit of an open square. The sounds of the occasional crashing and sound of things collapsing grows a little louder as you all make your way to this city square area, and I will move the map here. You see a fountain here that, unlike in the image here, is no longer spraying water out. And around you can see what look like broken pieces of wood and some glass sticking about. All of the nearby buildings that surround this sort of encircled area appear to be broken. However, you do see that some of the doors appear to be like broken in half. Some would appear to be pulled off their hinges. One up here is like that. And as you look ahead, this set of wooden double doors that have sort of been burst into, you see a creature beginning to lazily pull itself through the 2 doors.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh,
That-
dang! There it is!
Is that a hood?
Guys? Yeah.
Tyne, that appears to be a hodag, and as you take a look at it, everyone, it is chewing in between its 2 tall tusked mouths, and as you look, you see a little piece of what looks like meat fall from its mouth onto the ground. You all wince, thinking at first that maybe it's a finger or something, but as you look, you notice that it is a chewed half of a hot dog.
Oh no.
Time. The hot dogs.
Wilbur.
It's Will.
Every hodag deserves a little salami.
Lincoln takes out a dagger.
No, Lincoln.
Hold
This
on.
is Wilbur. We have hot dogs. Maybe I'll be your friend.
No, this is a hodag. We've already established as much.
Hey, I'm gonna take
Well,
our bed out.
Wilbur might be a hodag.
Oh.
Does this thing see us? Like,
No, it's like lazily looking around. It's like slowly still chewing. It yawns, another piece of a hot dog slips out of its mouth as it begins to sort of like stretch out its long claws, almost like a cat stretching. Kind of brings up a paw and scratches one of its ears. It snorts a little bit.
Opie's going to cast Speak with Animals.
Oh, okay.
Bark moves up to support Opie.
Yeah, and he's gonna move up like within kind of like yelling range, so I guess like kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Right over on the other map. Right, there we go.
Mr. Hodag, are you Wilbur?
He looks your way, kind of jumping a little bit as it sees you. In your mind, I'm assuming you're using your Speak with Animals to communicate that?
Yeah.
You hear back, yes.
Oh, we've been looking for you.
What?
We have hot dogs for you.
You have a hot dog?
Yeah. I mean, I'm like 99% sure we do. Didn't you like make some or buy some time like in the very first session?
Got the recipe to make hot dogs.
Yeah, we didn't actually make hot dogs.
Oh shit.
No.
You see, as you say this, Opie, the Hodag, like, which you can now tell is Wilbur, it lifts its nose to the air and begins to sniff towards you, like.
We can make hot dogs.
So I was wrong. We don't have hot dogs yet, but we can make you some hot dogs real quick. We have some meat and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And hot dogs are just like a whole bunch of meat, just like ground up and just stuffed into little casings. So I'm pretty sure we can do that real quick.
Wilbur yawns again. You see him bring a paw up and use one of his long nails to kind of pick at his teeth. You give Wilbur a hot dog?
Yeah, we'll give you hot dogs. And Jason, please remind me, who was looking for Wilbur?
It's
On
a
the quest
helper's
board.
hand message.
And
It was on the quest board, yeah, at the helper's hand. There was a half-orc woman named Mush who was looking for Wilbur.
Do you know, I think someone named Mush is looking for you. Do you know who that
Mush.
is?
Mush, Wilbur owner. Feed Wilbur mini hot dog.
Oh, okay, though why aren't you with her?
Wilbur get bored. Want different kind of meat. Ate lots of chicken here in town. But still hungry for hot dog.
Okay, well, I think we can get you some hot dogs. Opie's gonna go to the wagon and get out the meat.
Okay.
We're gonna make some hot dogs.
Okay.
I assist.
All right.
This is D&D, y'all. We're making hot dogs.
Yeah.
I want to know how it's made.
If we actually have to roll, do we have to roll anything or?
You, I believe, have a recipe for hot dogs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That should be here under party belongings, or maybe it's cooking recipes, jerky recipe. I don't think you guys didn't get like a recipe for hot dogs.
I thought the guy like showed us how to make.
Yeah, he just rolled
Yeah.
meat together and was
Okay.
like, here's how you make a hot dog.
So do you want us to roll to try to make it, or?
I have cooked utensils.
I'll say, yeah, with the cooking utensils and stuff like that, if you're doing nothing other than just getting some raw meat and rolling it together, I'm not going to say you have to like make any checks for that.
I'm gonna do 5 pounds of meat. How many ever hot dogs that
A
gives
lot of
us?
hot dogs.
5
That's a
pounds.
lot.
That's
He's
a
a
lot.
big
That's a lot
guy.
of
He's
hot
gotta
dogs.
have hot dogs.
Kobayashi over
If you
here.
come with us, make sure you have him agree to come with us.
If we give you, Mr. Wilbur, sir, if we give you hot dogs, will you come with us to see Mush?
He sniffs the air and says, "Give Wilbur hot dog. Wilbur might go."
Oh, okay, I guess we can't force you to go either way, so. I mean, he's either gonna come or he's not gonna come. Guess it don't really matter to us much.
So I'm assuming you and Time begin to roll these hot dogs.
Sure.
Yeah.
As you do, everyone else notices a mist that appears to be pouring through the streets. You notice at this point that Wilbur, almost like a cat, curled, begins to lay down, sleepy-eyed ever since you initially saw him, now puts his hand on his paws and slowly closes his eyes before scratching at an ear a little bit, rolling on his side. The mist continues to roll down.
I have a feeling Wilbur's not the one who killed these people.
Everyone, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, let's see if I could fail 3 out of 3.
I'm gonna use my advantage for that.
I'm gonna use my good boy card. 1d8 after making a saving throw.
Oh.
I will also use my arcane insight to gain an advantage.
Sure.
If it matters, I get a 10, but I'll put a +1 into it if we need.
Okay.
I'll just throw one. I got one.
Oh my god.
Same with me. Even with advantage, I just got 11.
As
I'll put a +1 in it. Just see. Might as well. I have them. So it's a 12.
To capstone this episode, as you're rolling the hot dog, this mist begins to push past you. You think nothing of it at first, although Tyne, you have a little bit of a suspicion in the air as you raise a furrowed eyebrow. You breathe in, you smell nothing. There's nothing strange about the mist. You've seen it over the lagoon and things like that, but there is a certain drowsiness that begins to overtake some of you.
Oh, Slumber Lagoon.
Turn towards one another and try to speak, but you find yourselves falling asleep.
Which of us fall asleep?
Who is that? Yeah.
Everyone falls asleep.
What? Jason, I don't mean to throw a wrench into things, but Lincoln is immune to magical sleep.
Oh, that is interesting. Okay.
It would be funny to watch everybody fall asleep, though.
He's just like so confused.
Lay down.
Lincoln, you watch as everyone sort of collapses and falls asleep.
That's unfortunate for me. What is happening? Why are you all asleep? Lincoln picks up Opie and shakes him really hard.
You do this. Opie doesn't wake up, though.
He sets down Opie gently. Is the Auroch asleep?
The Auroch, too, you now look over. It is laid down like it typically does at blight time and is sleeping as well.
Lincoln senses that something is wrong, and what he's gonna do is he's going to wait. He sees that all of his friends have fallen asleep and he can't rouse them, so he's gonna go in the cart and just hide for like an hour and see if anything happens.
Okay. Hiding in the cart, but probably like, keeping an ear out for anything that may happen outside.
Yeah.
You wait. An hour passes. Professor Bark, you made a 20 on your roll.
Okay.
You similarly rouse from your dreariness. As you look around, You see Opie, Tyne, and Uncle Jimmy, but you do not see Lincoln, and you do not see Forte.
Forte's gone?
Forte is not there.
Well, did I see anything?
Were you looking out that way?
Yeah. I was going to watch them. Obviously,
Oh,
I wasn't just like sitting there sucking my thumb. You know?
Make a perception check then.
Ostriched himself in the cart.
Oh, unnatural 20.
I'd say about 30 minutes into your wait before Professor Bark wakes up, you watch as Professor Forte, laying on his back in a slumber, his arm outstretched towards the broken down door of the house to the right of him, is dragged quickly into the house.
Oh, into the house, eh? Okay. Well, this is interesting because I think Lincoln would cautiously try to peer stealthily inside and see if he could see what took his friend.
Okay. I'd ask if you're gonna search the house to give me another perception check.
Okay. I'm trying to do this as stealthily as possible. 8 on perception, though.
You search the house. You don't find Forte. However,
that's weird.
In one of the bedrooms of this empty house that seems a little ransacked, again, similar to the gazetteer office, a little cluttered. Some of the clothing sort of pulled from the drawers and cabinets in the bedroom. Some of it set on the bed, some of it kind of strewn across in the living room. You do notice in the bedroom a object draped in a curtain. As you pull the curtain down, Lincoln, you simply see a intact human-sized mirror.
What the fuck? Okay. There's a creepy mirror. Lincoln taps on it. Tap, tap, tap.
It sounds whole. As you continue to look, Lincoln, you can see in the reflection behind you the entrance to the bedroom. It's dark in here. There's the twilight that kind of peers through on the outsides of the windows, but it's kind of low light. You see a figure step into the walkway. In the reflection, you quickly look back. You see nothing behind you in the room itself. You look back and see the figure approach the mirror. As the twilight piercing through the nearby window, through some of the cracked curtains, you can see as the single ray of light sort of passes by the figure, allowing you to see it. It is you who is coming up to the mirror. Yourself now stands at the mirror.
Lincoln considers breaking the mirror, but he doesn't know that, his friend maybe got dragged in there, so he, Lincoln's not dumb. He has 10 intelligence, so he's he doesn't know what to do about this situation. So he just says, "Who are you?"
The figure lifts up a finger and, almost in a duplicate reflection of yours, goes to tap at the mirror in the reflection and says back to you in the same voice, "Who are you?" and touches, tapping the glass with the finger. As it does, the mirror cracks from that epicenter of the touch, and you watch. You see, as you hear the sound of glass shattering, the full-size mirror collapses down, broken.
Oh no! Oh, I should have broken it, but I didn't want to trap Forte in mirror dimension forever.
As we pull this session to a close, with some of you still sleeping, we know Professor Bark will be the first to wake. Forte, you begin to wake up. You find yourself in a bedroom. On a bed. Your eyes fuzzy, your vision unclear, you scratch them. You can feel globs of what feel like, the Sandman leaving dust in your eyes as you wipe them away. There's clothes strewn about in this room from the drawers and the nearby wardrobe. almost haphazardly around. You look around to see if there's any other features in this room. All you see is, over in the corner, a pulled down blanket lying on the ground and a broken mirror. You also do not see any of your other party members. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Wrapped in mirror world.
Thank you everyone for playing with me. I hope you all had fun.
Yes.
What a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I pushed it a little longer, but we got to a nice little cliffhanger. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. I really do appreciate it. Make sure and check out my stream over on Twitter. I do pretty much 5 days a week streams all throughout the week, doing a lot of D&D prep. So if you like watching that and hanging out in our community, I'd love for you to do that. I am going to send you all over to Adventures Pack. They've been very nice to us, and I want to go give them some love. So if you still have the hankering to watch some more D&D, do so. Congratulations, Anna, for winning that code for the Roll20 content for Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. We'll have more codes in the following weeks. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Drink plenty of water. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
What do you guys think happened?
One of the players Robbie played with got carried away and killed him.
Well, that's kind of far out.
Mazes and Monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?